Hello and welcome back to Strange Hungers. Last we left off after a difficult internal conflict was resolved within the party. They made their way into the city of Leicastle. Normally quiet but lively, this city was dark and this city dark, full of mist and fog. The party encountered a strange nun who Matthias seemed to have known, but she was not as she once was. Warned, commanded from Markart to make his way into the Temple of the Forgotten to cleanse it of the decay and rot that had taken it. And when the party made their way inside, after finding 2 keys, the figure stepped out of the darkness, asked them if they were ready to worship, and Matthias fell to his knees.
Oh boy.
Now, you see before you this terrifying figure. His face, long, full of teeth, strange threads, the outfit of a priest with a countenance of a monster. Matthias, you are kneeling, and you are charmed.
Oh, fuck. Ooh. That's not good.
And I would love for everyone to roll initiative for me.
Guess who has disadvantage on initiative today?
Guess who doesn't need disadvantage, because
I didn't roll a natural 20.
Oh.
Get wrecked. Now I'm going to start us up in initiative in multiverse here.
Oh gosh. Oh,
There
boy.
we are.
Shan, I think you get advantage on initiative, right? Do you?
Is that
if I'm raging?
It's a dex check, right?
That's if I'm raging, right?
Initiative is a dex check, and raging gives you advantage on strength, athletics checks.
Oh,
So I
okay.
don't believe that they would have advantage on the initiative roll, but they do have advantage on rolls against on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, it's okay. You can hang out with the cleric in the back.
Thanks for trying.
Listen, we may die.
That's very true.
Some of us may die,
True.
but
So
and we have
that's
one
a price
brain
you're
cell
willing to
between
take.
all of us, so we're just helping each other.
We're doing great.
20 to 25.
21.
Yeah.
All right, Rogue. Get it.
Sexy.
I would have had a 22.
Yeah.
Well, rip.
I will rest in peace.
15 to 20.
15.
Okay.
The wizard out here kicking.
15. 5 to 10.
8.
8.
6.
6.
Oh god.
And Kiara? 4. All right.
Shit. Well, it was nice while it lasted.
I love all of you.
Love you.
Love you.
That
It's
is-
been an honor
don't have-
serving with you.
I don't have a backup character.
Listen,
I am so excited.
you stop that.
I am so excited. Okay.
We have the scared giggle.
For real.
Now, first in the order, as Matthias falls to his knees, is Tasriel.
oh my fucking god. What am I supposed to do for I can't do anything for Matthias. So I think. Oh fuck me. Yep, I'm just gonna attack. I'm just gonna two dagger attacks, 2 psionic dagger attacks.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Now, let me put our grid on right here for us so you can see how far you are from this creature.
Yes. Nice.
Here we go. Toggle grid. I'm also going to change it, make it a little bit lighter so we can
Thank
see it.
you.
There we are. Now, he is lurking on the other side of a small pool of water that is set into the stones here. Maybe something for people to wash their hands or their feet as they enter. So Tazriel, you're about 15 feet from the Father of Rod currently.
Okay, well, I'm going to get hey, Alex, is it my turn, like on the initiative? I can't move.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So I'm gonna back up about 10 feet, and then I'm going to 2 daggers, 2 psionic daggers.
Oh,
Okay.
DM, as a reminder, we did talk about Cure Blessing. Does that go up before?
Yes. Who do you bless? And yes, that would go before. So if it's relevant for Tazriel's role, who do you cast bless on?
I had cast it at 2nd level, so the other 4.
Okay.
So, yes.
All right. So the 4 of you are all blessed, which means that Tazriel, you can add an extra d4 to these attack rolls.
Hey, love Kiara. Love Kiara. All right. So first attack.
Get him.
Oh. No.
No. What is it?
10 with the
A 10 will
d4.
not. A 10 will not hit. No.
Bruh.
Okay, this will hit. Okay, I'm assuming. I'm making some assumptions here. 19. Please tell me that hit.
A 19 will hit.
Oh my god.
Bro, an AC of above 19 at level 4 and 5? Hello?
It's not.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be 4 psychic damage.
All right. And your second attack.
I missed my first attack. That yeah.
Okay. Now, Tazriel,
No.
are you throwing these psychic daggers?
Yes.
You don't have to sound so despondent, my dear.
I'm scared.
You throw this psychic dagger at this creature, and it doesn't seem to be as effective as you're hoping for. This creature, you can tell, is resistant to psychic damage.
Fucking rude. That is so rude.
You can give me a religion check if you would like, Tazriel.
Yes. Yes. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, that's a 21.
21. So, you know, Tazriel, lore, history, mythology of this world. Neum is a planet that is made up of 3 gods, 3 elder deities: Whisper, Heat, and Bone. Psychic energy, dreams, nightmares, etc. are tied very closely to Whisper. It seems like this creature is harder to touch with anything related to Whisper. You're not sure about anything related to Heat, but I mean, it's pretty obvious which god this creature is possibly related to or tied to.
I would like to shout out, psychic damage is, wait, would I say that? Yeah, psychic damage is not effective here.
Okay. That is your turn if you're moving or taking any bonus actions.
No, my two attacks is one of my bonus actions.
All right, fabulous. Next in the order is Oesh.
Nice.
I've just been sitting here trying to figure out what I would do. I am going to retreat. Goodbye.
Okay.
Oesh is going to move like here. I don't know if I can. Oh yes, like here, behind the step and the pillar.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, I gotta roll Darren's initiative. Hang on.
Oh yes, let's get Darren in here.
Darren got an 18.
Amazing.
Darren will go before me. Darren flies out, and I just have him essentially go up to the rafters for now. Check everything out from there, bud. And I retreat to here and cast.
There is a child on the battle map.
Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Oh, that's my baby. That's Darren. Oh, he's so sweet.
I gotta make you a book. I gotta make you a flying book. I'm going to.
Oh, wait. Oh, that'd be so nice. Oh, that's so cute.
But I love it.
But I love him. So you said that, would I be able to be like, that's a bony bitch? Or...
Well, you see that he is a bony bitch. I don't know if you, with your knowledge of religion and history and what Tasriel says does give you the idea that, yes, he might be related to Bone.
Okay. I am going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level. And I am going to use my spellbook to replace the damage with, let's see, what do I have? Let's try acid.
Okay. Roll damage for me.
Yeah, that'll be 4 darts. So whereas normally Oasia's darts look like little icicles that send themselves hurtling towards someone, these ones look kind of like wet.
Hateful.
Yeah, they are almost luminescent and dripping, and they look almost more like round containers of it, and then they hit and do a little when they hit, and you see like the acid sizzle and drip down Bone Daddy.
Nasty.
Okay, that's 2 3s, so 6, 7, 8. 4, which is 5, so 12 plus 2, 14 damage.
All right. 14 points of acid damage. Seems to be as effective, I guess, as you would expect it to be. Fizzles off of the porcelain bone as it splashes. You see that dark drip and sizzle and smoke up through its face, obscuring his eyes for a moment. And yeah, full damage on that.
Nice.
Okay. Next is Darren then.
Yeah, Darren just sends himself up to the raptors, and I want him to just check out and see if there is any other threat that is incoming.
Okay, you're sending him ahead a little bit to look up in the rafters.
Mhm.
You want to give me a perception check for him, or would you like me to roll that?
I'll roll a perception check for the not perceptive boy.
Yeah.
Listen, he tries. Okay, so Darren has a -1 to perception, but Darren just rolled a natural 20.
Damn, Darren! Get it!
Amazing.
Get a look, Darren!
Okay. With a natural 20, as Darren swoops up to the rafters, you hear his voice inside your head saying, "Don't think there's anything else coming down a corridor, but it's pretty tight in here. Narrow spaces.
Right.
Thin corridors. Echoey. Stone. Statues on the walls.
People go. Tuck.
Yeah. Next in the order after Darren is the father of Rot.
No, thank you.
Actually, at the end of your turn, Oash, he's going to use a legendary action.
What? Fuck off.
Who to the what now?
A legendary action. So, steps forward, and let's see where there's Shadow. Is going to teleport from here to here in this shadow space behind the column.
You could not.
Get the
Actually,
fuck out of here.
on this, it should be on this side because of the torch, right there. Farther enough from the 10 feet of, yes, perfect. So at the end of Oaish's turn, uses a legendary action for his Death Slip ability. And then at the start of his turn, he is going to use his Aura of Rot. So I'm going to need Tazriel. Let's see, where's my ruler? There we go. Tazriel, Kiara, and are you within 10 feet? No. And Barden to make a Constitution saving throw. Matthias, you do not have to make this because you are charmed. So con saves from the three of you. Remember that Taz and Barden, you are blessed. So you do add a d4 to that saving throw, I believe.
Okay. That's an 18.
Nice.
Gesundheit.
I got it.
21.
Throughout.
21.
That's an 8. Total.
An 8. Okay.
Oh no.
So
Wait. I did send you a question earlier, which I'm not sure if you had a look at. Can you tell me if that has anything to do with it?
You do not.
Damn it.
Sorry.
That would
We're trying everything we got.
That's a more specific ability.
Okay. Then that's
So here we go. Barden, you take 4 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum HP is reduced by 4.
Ooh, dear.
Bruh.
Okay, well, it's better than being under control, I hope.
Yes, and that is the father's turn. Next in the order, as slips into the shadows, steps back, and then reemerges from a shadowy spot on the wall here with those teeth clinking, strange noise against each other. He whispers out.
Don't worry, I'm just stupid.
He whispers out, "If you've come for mass, I am here to guide you on your journey." Next in the order, Matthias.
What's happening?
So, as soon as you failed that saving throw, you fell to your knees, and as I said, you felt your spine shiver in delight. You have a single conviction at the front of your mind right now, which is serve the Spine Lord and his disciples.
Okay.
While you are charmed, you cannot directly harm, attack the Father of Rot. He hasn't commanded you to attack your companions. You have no conviction to attack them, but you cannot do anything to harm him. You do still have the keys in your hand. So there are other actions you can take, but you can't directly harm him.
Okay. All right. I got the keys in my hand. Okay. Is there anything that I can do to break out of this charm? Anything?
You get to save against it at the end of your turn.
Okay. Is there anything in here that I see that I would connect the keys to? Something that they open? Anything like that?
Would you like to take your action to make an investigation check?
I would love to do that.
All right, and this could be perception or investigation. You tell me.
Okay. I'm better at perception, so I'm going to do that.
All right.
Oh, I actually rolled pretty well. That is a 21.
A 21. Excellent. Matthias, with your knowledge of this particular area and this temple, I'm actually going to give you a little bit more insight. Darren definitely has sort of a gauge of, like, you know, statues and locations and things maybe to slip keys into, but you've actually been here before.
Yes.
You know where you are.
Yes.
So, you are currently in the encoding chambers of the Temple of the Forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
There are a series of chambers that you go through in this temple in order to prepare yourselves for rituals, worship, memory storage, etc. This area is where it's sort of an act of remembrance. You hold the memories closer in your mind. You prepare yourself sort of spiritually for going deeper into the temple, maybe praying, that kind of thing, before you then give up elements of memory or give up elements of self in worship to Lydir. So I will say that with that 21, you know that there is sort of a longer corridor that this room then goes into. Likely, there's nothing in this room that you see where a key would be used, and you have never known, you know, another door or entrance to be in this area in particular. So if there is a keyhole or a chest or a tomb, that would probably be further along in this particular area. You don't see anything in this room.
Okay, so knowing that, sorry, the dog is barking. Knowing that, I think that with his conviction to serve the Spine Lord, I think he's probably gonna take those keys and move further in.
Okay.
Kind of in a daze. So he is going to rise from kneeling and begin to make his way towards... You said it was further in past this little puddle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he uses 15 feet of movement. And that'll take him around down here. So...
Okay.
I will WASD my way down here.
There you are. That is your turn. You can make a wisdom saving throw at the end. And you are blessed now.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I'll roll that dice, see what happens. Okay, I rolled a 4.
I think
plus...
Vijay's trying to say something.
Yeah, Vijay?
But they're muted.
He's trying to think of something, but
No, okay.
Okay, I rolled a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 10.
No, that's not quite enough.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
Conviction remains. Barden. It's your turn.
Really? Okay. So definitely gonna feel that gross shit going through that 4 necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
She can see him, right?
Yes.
He's the rot daddy.
Yes.
Also, sorry, Father of Rot is a great name, but Rot Daddy is just gonna stick in my head.
Of course.
He's like you. She's going to turn, and she's got a sword out already. Point the shining blade to him, and go. Beacon of brightness against the hungry dark. Her steel of sharpest silver, then there's teeth and claws. As long as she walked in the moon's light, their mouths could not consume her. And she's going to cast Fairy Fire.
Amazing.
So bright. Well, actually, let's see if it lands first. What is it? I think it's a...
It should be a dex save, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a dex save for him.
Save?
Mhm.
All right.
And you'll need to... Is that a single person, or is it still just regular Fairy Fire? Because I think that's going to be an area of effect.
Yeah, but he can be on the edge of it.
Where are you aiming it? Sort of right behind him?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the radius on Fairy Fire?
So
20
radius of it is 20
cube.
foot within range.
And you need to see where the range is?
It just says within range.
Yeah.
Is outlined.
What is the within range? So
Yeah.
20 feet from you.
Do I need to move?
I think I want to see if you have a... So if you put it right in this far corner as far as you can get it, then it's still going to catch Tazriel in it.
Well, it's a dex save. I'm sure
I
Taz
can
will
make
be
the
able to.
save.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping he can.
Okay, so then Tazriel will give me a dex save, and I've rolled here. He got a 7.
Yes.
And I got a 19.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it's like the silvery blue moonlight just shining, and that should maybe help with the shadows.
Okay. He is currently
also-
very hungry.
And we all get advantage on him now. Yay!
What?
I forgot one thing. Let me...
Oh. Oh no.
No, that is still a 10. No.
Okay,
Nope.
and also bonus action rage.
What kind of rage?
Still chill. We're good for the minute.
Next
Wait,
on the
just-
order is Kiara.
Let's see. Kiara.
Before you go, sorry about that. At the end of Barden's turn, he's going to take a legendary action to use his Rend Spine ability. So
What are these names? You're a sinner.
I
no,
want the
you
full
are
stat
all
block.
the sinners.
Clearly.
Tazriel, that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, just a 22. Yes, Alex.
Just 22. Okay. And that will be 11 points of necrotic damage, and you need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a 7.
A 7. Tazriel, you are frightened.
Come on.
You are frightened as this creature raises up a single darkened hand. You feel a wrenching, curdling sensation at the base of your spine, and something stabs out through it. Kiara, you can see next to Tazriel, a spur of bone has emerged out of Tazriel's back, dripping with blood. And your speed is reduced to 0 until the end of your next turn. So you are, and I'll also say you are frightened for a turn, and your speed is reduced to 0 for a turn. You don't need, it isn't a continuing effect where you continue to be frightened, just for a turn. That is that legendary action, and yes, sorry, Kiara, your go.
Yikes.
Kiara looks incredibly uncertain as to what to do. But looking at what Barden did, she'll say, okay, so light, is that what we're trying to do? Because her shield is still lit, but she's gonna look around very quickly, move. Oh, what she's gonna do is grab her holy symbol and say, and mutter to herself a little prayer, asking for help to protect her friends and not hurt them. And for the first time, and then she reaches her hand out, and from the pillar that has that skeleton key on it, that's right by Barden, you see this. There's like a flicker of light, and then this incredibly shining, blinding light as Kiara uses her celestial legacy to cast daylight on
Sick.
that stone pillar.
Amazing.
And that lights everything with daylight in a 60-foot radius sphere.
Damn. That's rad.
Trap that bitch. Trap that bitch.
The room floods with light, and as it does, he recoils, begins to smoke, spitting out dripping ichor.
And then Kiara is going to use her movement and away. Yep. We're going this way. Can I hide behind here?
You wanna hide behind that pillar?
Yep. Don't hurt me.
The blackened hands raise to cover the eyes as this creature twists and turns in the shining daylight. That is your turn, Kiara. Tazriel, we're back to the top of the order. You're muted, VJ.
I know. Yep. I was having a moment.
You're allowed.
All right. I'm frightened. Can't move within 5 feet. Can't get any closer. But I am within 5 feet of this fucker, and fairy fire is already up. So I'm just gonna.
So you do have advantage, which will trigger your sneak attack.
Wait, does my frighten give me disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh, it does. So it is
So
flat.
it's just a flat roll right now.
Yes.
But Barden, you know what we're gonna do with this. Yeah, I'm just gonna dagger it up. So
Smack that bitch.
Megal dagger. Wait. Actually, sorry, Alex. 1 second, looking at my character sheet. Do
No
I
stress.
have a? I am gonna short sword it up. Fuck the daggers. I have a short sword. That's better. Okay, so
Stab all your repressed feelings into him. Let's go.
does a 17 hit?
A 17 just hits.
Yeah, so Taz will have like reached for the bone protruding out of him. Is it still there?
It retreated back. Your spine stabbed you from inside, and then
Oh, love it. Like just cries out and touches his back, and then turns and looks at this creature with just fear and loathing mixed in, and it's just And that's gonna be. You've got to be kidding me. 5 points of damage.
okay. And this is non-magical piercing damage.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's regular. Just checking. Okay. You still have your bonus action and your movement.
I don't have my movement. It's 0,
You don't have your
right?
movement.
Bonus action. Oh, bonus action disengage for next round. So that's
Okay.
what I will do.
Nice.
Good shit.
And Oish.
All right. I'm not gonna move from where I am. I'm pretty comfortable here, I think. And, you know, I think that Rot Daddy has a couple of other enemies that are more important to him than I am. So I feel pretty chill here. I am, however, going to take note of the fact that my last spell did pretty well with the damage. It at least wasn't. It was as effective as it needed to be. And so Awaish conjures another one of those very small acid drops and then does what we've already seen on the ship against the rock, starts pulling more of it from their runes, like pulling it out and adding it to the droplet until it becomes this huge mass of swirling acid and just shoots it out in a long line towards the Rot Dad.
Sexy.
If he could make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yes.
As Awaish casts Tasha's Caustic Brew at 2nd level.
Okay.
Nice.
That is a 16.
Just saves. I think that it just gets out of the way. I think this is a save or suck.
Okay.
So it manages to dodge, and there's just like a sizzling.
One more
Pile.
thing. He
go
has
for it.
disadvantage on things in sunlight.
Oh,
That was a 17. Sorry.
that's all right.
Yeah.
But it does not. He manages to sidestep it, and I have just a mechanical question.
Yeah.
This is completely unrelated, but so I have the Ray of Frost cantrip, and it says for my attack for that it's a +2, but my spell attack is a +7. Is that just like a computing problem in D&D Beyond?
You have Ray of Frost because you are Snowkin, which I believe probably is a computing problem, but it might use something other than your intelligence if you want to go and look in your racial features.
Got
Is it
But I
pulling it
feel
from
like
strength
Well, it wouldn't be strength.
or dex?
it might be, but if it were Dex, I would still get to add my proficiency,
Yeah.
so it would be like
Yeah.
a +4.
Weird.
So
my dex is
probably
+2.
it probably isn't adding your proficiency.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anyway, that's just a question. Does Darren get his time in the sun?
Yes, he does.
Oh, in the sun.
What's he up to?
Can you see what Matthias is doing?
He relays to you that Matthias is heading down the corridor.
I am going to have Darren follow Matthias.
There he goes.
Good job, Darren.
Okay.
This book wants my ass.
It wants to chomp your ass.
Just can't get enough.
That is my turn.
Okay.
Sad.
At the end of your turn, he's going to take a legendary action. Although I do want to say, you tell Darren to follow Matthias, and he sort of like grunts in displeasure as much as a book can grunt in your mind.
I know.
Bastard. At the end of your turn, Owesh, he is going to use his death slip a bit. Oh no, he's not in shadow. He is going to use what other things can he do as a legendary action?
He can never be in shadow again. He's in fairy fire. He's going to cast light.
Daylight. He is in daylight currently. He is going to use his Devour Ossuary ability. So he bites down on one of his fingers. No, wait. Yeah, he bites down on one of his fingers and just like chomps through it. You see all the teeth sort of collect and coalesce as he pulls it off, and he's left with 9 fingers. And some of the acid smoking from his face, that smoke begins to fade and dissipate. Okay. That is his legendary action. It is his turn. So he healed a little bit. Used one of his fingers.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he ate himself to heal himself. It's gross.
Alex, I love this. I hate it, but I love it.
I hate it, but
very personal. As he's hissing and smoking, he says, "Creature of," that was the wrong accent. "Creature of blood and lust, you have no authority here." Extends out a hand and is going to make his way towards Kiara. Here we go. Moving around Tazriel so he does not leave that space, now engaged. Then he will step towards Kiara. So Tazriel and Barden, you both get attacks of opportunity with advantage. Tazriel, you are still frightened until the end of your next turn. Sorry, to the start of your next turn. So you just have a flat roll. And Barden, you have advantage.
So I can do that with my sword, yeah?
Yes.
1.
5, okay.
1 second.
No worries.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
You're
also
also
1 and a
blessed.
2.
oh no.
Okay, so that's a...
Does
God
bless
damn it,
help
that was...
with any of this?
Yeah.
You added
that's,
D4 to each of these rolls. Yes.
That's a 14.
As a can they get you to 17?
No. And even with the 5 that Tazriel got, I don't think a 4 would help. So both of you, as this creature just sort of lumbers forward, a shifting mass underneath these large robes, you swing and cut through, and he just is surprisingly dexterous as he moves. Kiara, this creature moves up to you and is going to use his Rend Spine ability on you too, because he's using it on his turn. He gets to make a multi-attack. So this is the first. He has disadvantage while he's in the sunlight, unfortunately for me. That is a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and the second one and I got 2 11s and an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be, let's see, my damage here. 6 points of necrotic damage and 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
So 12 in total.
Thank you.
And for that first attack, will you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, I have advantage on these. to maintain my bless, right? Or
To
just
maintain
generally?
bless and also against the so first this is against the effect of the attack.
Okay,
and
against
then
the
we'll do
effect,
the-
I don't have advantage because
Okay.
I only have advantage to maintain concentration.
Yeah.
Well, that is a 5.
Okay, frightened and your speed is 0, which means you don't need to make the second one, but you do need to maintain concentration. So I'll take 2 concentration checks. The first you each need to be the 10.
Okay, that's a 19,
Okay, and the second.
and the second one is an 18.
Okay, bless is still up. So you're currently frightened and your speed is 0. As he like raises a hand towards you, you also feel these 2 piercing bolts out of the back of your spine as
Ow. Ow. So did my total max HP go down by 12?
no, these attacks do not reduce your max HP. It was only the aura of rot that reduced the max HP.
Okay.
And that is, let's see, his movement. And then he is going to continue past you, trying to get away from this sunlight. So you will, let's see, he moved from here, 13. You will get an attack of opportunity on him. You are frightened, so it will be just flat instead of at advantage.
Okay. I have to use the weapon.
Just bonk him with your shield.
Sorry. I do have a dagger.
Go for it.
I'm sorry, this is too funny. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, well, that's a 2 on the dice.
Okay. Well, yep. That is sort of half-heartedly swing out that dagger. And that is the Father of Rot's turn.
I should never have made people realize that this is a thing that you can do, because now Sarah's gonna abuse it to hell.
Many players are saying, Matthias, it is your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. I continue. Oh my god. I continue
Oh my god.
down. I continue down in this direction.
Why is it focused on Tazriel? And
There we go. It is, yeah, I've given you, it is your turn. So as you continue down, you see that the corridor turns ahead of you. Are you using your full movement and action?
Yeah, I think I'm possessed and still charmed, I believe, so I'm going to be continuing down in that direction. Still in a daze, looking for a place to put these keys.
Okay. Exploration. There we go. So you have 30 feet of movement. You can step around and into another room here.
Oh boy.
You see stained glass windows. A sigil has been laid on the floor, surrounded by candles, and 2 more altars await you in this room, along with a small statue.
Oh boy. These altars, keyholes anywhere?
You used your action to move, right?
Oh,
Or have you
I used my movement to move.
your movement to move? You still have your action. You can give me another perception check.
Oops.
I will do that.
We
It's
just
fine.
discovered our safety
Everybody's
rule.
testing out multiverse stuff, which
We,
is awesome.
we love the green, yellow, red.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
actually, while Sloan is doing that roll, I just want to give a little shout out to One More Multiverse. Didn't get a chance to do that. We're using One More Multiverse for these amazing maps. Also, shout out to Sloan, who created the Father of Rot. That pixel art is all them. Super, super beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Sloan. And if you are watching, you can also head over to the One More Multiverse Discord. It's discord.gg/multiverse to join in and chat about the show. In that Discord and find some behind the scenes clips and maps and that kind of thing.
I gave
Very,
the wrong
very
one then.
exciting. I also, we're already in it, but I just want to reiterate our content warning for this show. This episode definitely features some body horror, as you've already seen. It also features some religious themes, possibly negative depictions of religion or manipulation through religion. Also might depict elements of manipulation by parental figures. That is another one. But I'll be letting you guys know before those come up. And yeah, those are our content warnings. We have safety tools in place for our players, and also safety tools in right here in the platform. And what was that perception check?
Perception is a 13.
A 13. Okay. 13 is, as you look over to the two altars and the statue, you think that those are probably the most likely locations for you to be able to slip a key in somewhere. The statue in particular has it's this white stone cracked in places. You see this figure of a veiled woman with a gold crown that's set and carved in here. Looks like maybe there's a space where her hands are clasped together to insert a key, and also the two altars, they both have this sort of like balance symbol. What is it called? Scales symbol. Looks like those are also maybe hollow or something could be set into the scales.
Okay. All right. I think I used my full movement to get here, and I've used my action. I don't have a bonus action that I want to use, so I think that's going to be my whole turn, setting my eyes on that statue.
Wisdom save with the D4 from Bless.
Okay. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
That is enough. Matthias, you are no longer charmed.
I come to in this room like, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah. Shit, that's my whole turn.
Barden, it's back to you.
Yeah, Barden can see him trying to get out of the sunlight, so she's gonna... 1 second. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Get in front. And just try and drive him forward with the blade, both handed, to try and spear through him and drive him back into the sun.
Amazing. Give me that attack roll.
And I get advantage on that.
You do have advantage.
Oh my god. These ones hate me. Oh, that one's not bad though. That's a 21.
That will definitely hit.
Point. And that's two-handed. Come on, be nice. And that's do I get a +4 from Bless? Or D4 plus from Bless?
D4 is to hit, not for damage.
Oh, to hit. Okay, no worries. That's a 10 damage though.
Okay, very nice. And that is with that is magical, correct? Okay.
Is there any chance I can push him forward?
I don't think mechanically you can push him forward. I'll say this.
No worries.
You do have 2 attacks, right? You're a level 5 barbarian?
No, I'm still level 4, I think.
You're still level 4. Okay. So then not for this turn, but in the future, if you wanted to say, like, use one of your attacks as sort of as a grapple and you tend to shove or something, or like use a shove. There is a shove attack in D&D that doesn't do damage, but just allows you to try and push a creature. You can do those in the future.
But yeah, the sword is just right through the middle of him.
And just to clarify, daylight at least is 60 feet radius.
Yes.
So he's still in that.
He's still well within it.
Yeah.
Not getting anywhere out of it currently. That is your attack. You have a bonus action if you need.
Let me look. No, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Kiara.
Okay. Okay. Kiara, it has things poking out of her shoulder. They're gonna look to Taz and say, "What should I do?" And while waiting for Taz to respond, I think as their action, they're going to touch where these arrows are and cast Healing Hands on themselves, which should get the 5 hit points back. And as a bonus action, please tell me I did take Healing Word. they'll look back to Taz and say, please, Taz, I need you to tell me what to do. And that imploring voice is going to heal my buddy with a healing word.
Oof.
5 HP for burning for healing word.
Lovely. That's your turn, Kiara. Tazriel, you feel warm energy suffuse you. Where that coldness touched your spine, a sudden warmth. It's your turn. What do you say?
Oh my god. I didn't expect this kind of so first thing I'm gonna do is go run over by Kiara.
At the start of your turn, you're no longer frightened and your movement comes back.
Right behind you. And lean in and whisper. Fuck, what am I gonna say? I'm sorry, I need a second.
No worries. It's a little intense. I hope everyone's doing okay. Are we all feeling pretty good?
So what?
Amazing.
Yeah, let me use this little feature. Continue with the content.
Taz will lean in close so only Kiara is hearing this. I trust you not to hurt us. I said what I said, not because... I just want you to be careful. Not overly cautious. You can do this. And... I'm gonna use my action while I'm gonna where did Kiara get where did the bone spikes come out of?
Her spine, similar to where yours did.
Okay, so after I say you can do this, I'll actually ask, can I help? And just gently touching where you got hurt, where the spines came out. And I'm gonna expend one use of one of my healer's kits to give Kiara. So you're going to get, as an action, okay, so it's 1d6 plus... Kiara, are you 4th or 5th level right now?
5th.
Okay, so... You get 10 points back.
Nice. Yeah, so mark a healer's kit, and Kiara, that is 10 points.
Oh my god.
Okay. You still have your bonus action if you want to use a cunning action at all, Taz.
There. You know what? I was gonna say. Yeah. You know what? Let's try. How much of my movement did I use? I don't think I used. I think I didn't use all my movement, so I'm actually going to use the last bit to come over here. And can I try and hide?
Absolutely. Give me a stealth check.
Everybody picture Taz's giant body.
Just crouching down behind a pillar that is glowing with the force.
With the light on. Hey, it's hard to look at the pillar, to be fair.
Have we lost VJ? Is VJ frozen?
Listen, I'm not a healer in you. What was that?
Oh, you froze for a little bit. Say that again.
That's an 18.
An 18. Okay. All right. So this is less that Taz is hidden from everyone, and more that he is trying to avoid the attention of the Father of Rot, who does not seem focused on him currently. So you are currently hidden from him. Yes. That is your turn. At the end of your turn, Tazriel, the Father of Rot is going to use one of his legendary actions for his, you know what it is, Ren's Spine attack on Barden, That is with disadvantage. Oof. 12? Nope. All right. And yeah. It is Awaish.
Seeing that this Father of Rot is trying to get out of range of this light that has fucked him up so rightly, Awaish is going to go to take a step forward, stagger a little. Awaish's movement speed is subtracted by 10 right now. But they are going to take their balancing yoke, their staff, from behind their back and step up. Let's see. Let's measure this bitch. They're going to step up to here, I believe. Yes. And say, get back here, you motherfucker. And cast Lightning Lure on Father of Rot.
What kind of save am I making?
That is a strength save.
Disadvantage in this. That's a natural 1. You can double your damage.
Yank
I
that
can
bitch.
double my damage?
Yeah. I usually allow in certain. I allow in certain cases a critical fail on a saving throw of a spell to be a critical hit. So
You are very sexy.
so thank you. I know.
So yeah, I pull him here, which is like within 5 feet of me, which is when the damage takes place.
Okay.
And he takes... Come on, big money, no whammies. It's just a 2. And... I rolled a 2 and a 5, so that's 7 damage. Lightning.
7 lightning damage. All right.
Nice. God, that's sick.
I love it.
Get back in the light, bitch.
Lightning
and that's my-
crackles through his bones, through the eye sockets, and you see more of that sizzling as
Yeah.
he's pulled closer to the source of the daylight.
Awaish literally reached out behind them towards the door, and you saw them. There was like a crack outside, and then you saw it reach in. They grabbed it with a hand as the runes on that arm only lit up with energy, and then directed it towards the Father of Rot and pulled him forward.
Amazing.
That's so sexy.
We love
Discretion.
lightning damage.
We do.
To see it all.
Lightning magic is the sexiest magic.
Okay, Storm Druid.
Just
Oh wait, here we go. Let me get some. Yeah, now he's electrified.
yeah, light him up. Light his ass up.
Okay, that is your turn.
Light him up.
Darren.
Reese's Puffs.
Oh, I feel bad. I am going to have Darren go to the end of this hallway, but not follow Matthias into the crook of it because, based on how Darren was feeling at the end of the conversation that the entire party had following Oasia's passing out, they don't want to make him feel like he doesn't have a bead on her. So
So he can stay
not going out of sight.
line.
Mhm.
Okay, very nice. That is his turn, and at the end of his turn, the Father of Rot is going to take one more legendary action. He already used his Rend Spine, so he will bite another finger off in front of you, Awaish. You hear a crunch noise as he
Can I?
pulls it. Yes?
You're not special.
Nope.
You can do
I
that.
thought I was on.
Nick, why are you censoring yourself? We deserve this.
And heals just a little bit.
Okay, who is cutting this mofo's arms off?
It is the Father of Rot's turn. My special boy.
I hate this
It's-
guy.
There is not a single one among you who is free of sin.
Good.
That seems boring.
Raises an arm. Raises an arm. And as he pulls his hands apart, there's another uncomfortable cracking noise. Something you can't see is breaking or shattering. The air in front of his hands vibrates, and he is going to use his Summon Reaver ability. And you see appear, pulling and clawing its way out of thin air in front of this creature, is this guy.
Oh my god.
Right next to him.
Tush.
He leaves you with that and tries to flee once again. Will take, again, an opportunity attack from both Kiara and Oash as he does so.
Oh yeah, let me hit him with my staff.
Air fire is still on though, right?
Fairy Fire is still up, yep.
Oh, I forgot to do with advantage last time.
You both have advantage.
But
Good, because I have a -1 to my armed strike. I'm
my
not
strength
gonna-
is -2, baby. But I do have a no. That's still only a 12. And you're blessed too. Don't forget.
I'm not gonna roll to hit. I don't want to use up my reaction.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then Kiara and Barden, you also get an attack of opportunity with advantage and a D4.
what is this the same round as when Kiara tried to hit him earlier?
It has been your turn because he only moves on his turn.
Okay. All right. So I didn't remember if he moved around a regular. So okay.
Sorry, you want an attack of opportunity from me?
He's moving past you as well. He has 30 feet of movement.
Oh, I did not even see him run by me.
He's pretty quick for a
It's so fast.
big dude.
Sorry, that was a strength.
Attack
sorry.
roll.
Thank you.
No worries.
That's a 17.
That will
You
hit.
can also add a D4 to. Oh, you don't need to. Never mind.
And Kiara, what
That's an 18.
12.
Okay.
I'm gonna do.
Give me that damage.
I'm gonna do a two-hander.
Mhm.
Zweihander. Ooh, hello. That's 13.
13 points of damage. Okay, and you cut through, I think, part of the robe here as he runs by, previously sort of stabbed in, trying to push him. You cut through part of the robe and you hear just sort of a click, clattering noise, like your sword gets like caught in some kind of joint or something, and then a cracking noise as you twist and pull it out.
This bitch sounds like a marionette.
And that is his turn. That's as far as he got. He's still within the range of the daylight, but he's trying to get around the corner so he can get out of it. That is Matthias.
All right, I am awake now, uncharmed, and this bitch comes clickety-clacking around the corner. So I think Matthias looks to him as the fog fades away, blinks, and then will reach for his greatsword and unsheath it. And just looking at this monster lit up by the fairy fire, will recognize that this is the thing. This is definitely the thing that's been fucking this place up. We'll think of the body that they found walking in, and we'll just say, "You'll answer for your evil." And is going to run towards him. And it's funny that you mentioned shove earlier, because I was literally looking into shove mechanics while I was traveling here, because I was like, I gotta get more into these shove mechanics. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my first attack, and I am going to attempt to knock him prone.
Okay.
And I believe that's an athletics from me. And
Yeah,
and
I think that
acrobatics
is.
from you? Athletics or acrobatics?
That still with that sunlight. got that one out early, didn't you? That is a 6.
I rolled a 6, but I have a +8. So I believe
Of course you do.
that he does get knocked prone as Matthias, like, great sword, both hands, runs forward, sprints forward like that huge guy in the Berserk manga anime, and buries his pauldron in this guy's, in like the center of his body and knocks him prone.
There's a crunch as you shove him down.
And spin that greatsword around and bury it in the center of his mass. Or attempt to. So I'm gonna go ahead. And I think that I have advantage because he's prone? Is that?
You have advantage because of fairy fire and because he's prone.
And you're blessed.
And I'm blessed. Okay, so no crit,
my
sadly.
kisses.
But that is definitely gonna hit. That's a 14 plus 8. So 24.
That'll hit.
I think. Not 24. 26? I don't know. Anyway, math is hard. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a smite on that. Little first level smite.
He is undead, by the way.
Oh! I get
you're undead.
I get an extra D8.
An extra D8.
So that's gonna be 3D8, correct? Because that's a first level smite. 1, 2, 3. So let me take those. Sorry, I dropped my D6s.
Bones.
D6. That is 2D6 is 4 plus 5 is 9, so that's 9 points of piercing damage plus. Damn. 12, 17 points of radiant damage.
Oh my gosh. So give me the 2 totals again.
6. I'm so sorry.
That was 9, wasn't it?
17 radiant damage and 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
Holy paladin.
26. All right.
How does it interact? Like, how do these?
Yeah. So your particular flavor of radiant damage and whatever this creature is made of, it's less oil and water and more like a flood hitting a puddle. So your sword goes down and into the chest of this thing and bursts with this cold white light, and you see underneath the robes, almost like you would be struck by lightning, like a skeleton that is too many skeletons combined underneath these robes for a second, illuminated through the fabric, and then from where your sword hit, cracks out through the bones as you pull it out, and he is severely wounded, bloodied at this point if he had blood.
Cool. And I think that's all I can do for my turn.
Okay.
So I'm done.
At the end of your turn, since he had his turn, he got his legendary actions back. He is going to use his rend spine on you with a natural 1.
Eat shit.
So
Doesn't hit.
reaches up, tries to tug at your spine, and now you don't necessarily feel it since it isn't effective, but I'll tell you that this creature realizes this isn't going to be very effective. Something is already in control of that area of you. So there's a expression for just a moment of actual shock and fear. It's hard to read on a face that is more teeth than face, but the dark eyes underneath whatever skin he is wearing narrow. That is the legendary action. Barden.
So he's prone, right?
Yeah.
Gonna 5, 10, 15. I love how he's like laid down. I love that. I kind of just want to put my sword through his head. Like sword in the stone, but reverse.
Yeah. Attack roll with advantage and a d4.
Actually, before she does it, she kind of looks at Matthias like, "Is this okay? Like, I know this is your thing, but we need it dead."
God.
Can I kill your dad?
I'm gonna kill that dad.
Oh, we need it dead, but you know. That's the dirty 20.
That are already dead. But with a dirty 20, you can give it your best shot. Roll damage for me.
Ooh, that's a 16. That's not bad.
16. Oh, that's not
Holy
bad. All right.
fuck.
16
Are you
points
adding
of-
your rage damage?
Oh, I don't think I am. For
This
some
whole
reason-
time? Baby.
I thought D&D Beyond would do that for me.
No.
1 second.
D&D
One
Beyond is a
second.
cruel mistress.
Should
Should be a
plus
plus
2?
2.
Yeah, so 18.
8. There's my barbarian.
Yeah.
What's your strength mod? Is it +4? +5 now?
My strength mod is +5, yeah.
So you should be adding +7 whenever you're raging. You should be adding 7 damage, right?
Okay, I will do that in the future. God damn it.
Okay. Bring the sword down through the jaw. Teeth flake and break off, and shards go scattering across the floor. And he. Sinners will face the wrath of the Spine Lord when they make it to the grave that so eagerly awaits them.
Get the fuck down.
That is your turn, Kiara.
Could you please remind me mechanically, is there any does a prone creature have this may they make dex saves? Is there any mechanical disadvantage to
On
doing
dex saves when you're prone, I believe.
Okay. Kiara is going to take 1 step forward. Come on. Yes. To get just to get within 30 feet. Look at Rot Daddy and say, "Listen, buddy, I hate to tell you this, but I already have a god more." And raise her hands, and now that Taz has given her permission, is definitely looks a little, there's like a little bit of a fire behind her eyes, and she is going to cast Sacred Flame at this mofo, and he has to make a dex save.
Okay. That is, with disadvantage, a 13.
That is a fail. He needed a 14, and that is 2d8 radiant damage. Let's roll that.
Of
Ooh,
course, right again.
7 and 7, 14 radiant damage.
Okay, Kiara. Oh, he's not doing so hot. Raise your hands. That radiant damage sparks around him. Phantom flames light up your arms and up this creature, and he sizzles and writhes underneath your brilliance.
I don't have I'm not taking the bonus actions.
It is the Blind Reaver's turn.
Get his ass out of my face.
I'm hidden. I just want to remind you of that with an 18.
You are.
I hid.
Okay.
We can't all be rogues.
All right.
Look, you just wanted to be friends with all the monsters. Here's another monster.
This guy.
I'm gonna
He's
take
going to run away from Awaish, and leap. So let me control this little guy. Here we go. Oopsie. There we go. So you get an attack of opportunity, Awaish. With a run.
Attacks of opportunity are only melee attacks, correct?
Yes, unless you take a feat that allows you to use spells.
I'm not interested.
We gotta get that.
Tazriel, he wasn't quite in. Oh wait,
Okay.
no. From where you are, yeah, you can have an attack of opportunity, Tazriel.
Okay, here's a question. Since I'm hidden, do I get advantage on the attack?
Yes, you
You're
do
also
get
within
it,
5 feet of me.
and you do get your sneak attack as well. Rose can get sneak attack on their turn, and then it can also get it as when they take attacks of opportunity. So they're very good for rogues to get.
Mm-hmm.
This is very sexy of you.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
Hell yeah! Short sword. Short.
Get him!
Well,
Stab, stab, stab.
short. Oh, fuck! Sorry. That's 15 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
Right? Well, wait. Sorry. Actually, it's 6 points of piercing damage, and then 9 points of damage.
So these guys are not resistant to psychic damage, so you can just give it to me collectively.
Isn't your sneak attack just whatever damage you did
I never
with the
understand
weapon?
it.
I think it's still whatever damage you did with the weapon. I'm like 90% certain, unless it's a different thing with soul knife.
Your dagger is just pokier than usual.
Wait,
off
does
guard.
this mean since it got hit with my sneak attack that I could use?
Yes.
Now I'm gonna hold on to my dice. We might need it later. Yeah. So then in total, it's 15 points of not piercing, psychic damage. Sorry, psychic
It
damage.
is psychic. Okay, you're using your psychic knife. All right.
Yeah.
These guys are not resistant to psychic damage. They, as you like bring that psychic knife up and through, you see that it has these two strange protrusions, these horns where eyes should be. This thing is spiked, covered with teeth down its spine. These weird protrusions on its arms. Again, there's a theme going on here. It's made of this strange porcelain white material, too many joints, moves like a person was bent at the wrong angles, playing like some kind of scrounging dog. And that is it is pretty wounded actually with that strike, but it does run and leap up onto Barden, where you are standing over the Father of Rot. Using its leap ability, you need to make a strength saving throw. You have advantage because you're raging.
And Bless also, I believe, gives you a D4 to save.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
All right, you are not knocked prone as it leaps
Can I
next to you.
use a reaction?
If you have a reaction,
I do.
it is a reaction to it.
Actually, no. This reaction doesn't help. No worries. I'm already done.
No worries. And then it is going to claw at you. It has pack tactics, so it is now within one of this creature is within 5 feet of one of its allies, so it has advantage on to claw at you, which is a non-natural 20 to hit.
Well, that's gonna hit.
Okay, and that is 8 points of slashing damage, reduced to 4 because you're raging.
Can I use my hellish rebuke?
Yes, you can.
1 second. Okay, sorry. Thank you. So that's 16? I think what Barden feels this
I
way
have
on
to
her
make
back.
a save, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
sorry.
That's an 8 on the dex save.
Must make a dexterity saving throw.
So that's probably
Sorry.
a fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Barden feels this weight on her back, and there's a split second like callback to Foggy. Just like back, and she'll grasp and just goes, "Fuck off!" in Infernal, whichever the equivalent is. Just it translates naturally, and just this right up close in its face, this flame just burns up its face.
And you burn through this blind reaver, and it sizzles away into ash in the air.
Hot.
Just like her hand is empty and just like
to the ground.
yes.
A single tooth. One tooth falls to the ground.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
You
Okay.
hear an infertile from Kiara. She'll just say Lajava, which just means beautiful or like wonderful.
I'm just like
Very proud of you.
And well, that was its turn, but there we go.
That was its turn.
That was
Rip.
its turn. Oh, I have broken my initiative.
Oh no, not the initiative tracker. How'd you fix it last time?
I have to realize, which actually, I think this is a great place. I know we're still in combat, but I would love to take a break here because I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay, all right.
Not if I get there first.
Okay. All right, everybody.
We'll see you back in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see you back in 10 minutes. So stick around. We have more of this to get through.
Horrifying. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for the raid. Thank you for the raid, VTuber Tabletop. Sorry, we're on a break right now, but I just wanted to say thank you. And we'll see you when we get back. Okay, goodbye.
Hello, welcome back to Strange Hungers. We are still thick in the middle of this combat here with the prone monster pinned between Barden and Matthias. Barden, who has just immolated one of the summoned demons with a hellish rebuke. So as I edit our initiative here, I believe that it was Tazriel's turn.
Yes, so
We are.
Taz is going to wait, sorry, where was I? What did I hear? Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get right up in the fucker and attack.
You're getting in him?
No.
Make an attack roll.
How dare you? Listen, Taz is not interested. Vic, we'll consider. Okay, with advantage. Yeah, so that's gonna be. I mean, it's more than a 17. I rolled a 16 plus a ton of shit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And then it is not with my psionic stuff because this fucker is resistant. I love it here.
But you can still get sneak attack. You're a classic rogue. You can use a regular old sneak attack.
Okay, yeah. And 14 points of damage.
Okay. He is looking very rough at this point, even with that. Your dagger, your short sword. You want to tell me what this attack looks like? Give me some flavor.
Yeah, so I run up, short sword in hand. The previous like look of like rage and that was mixed with fright when I was frightened is just all rage now, and even like clearly look at the sword in my hand like hate this. It's just this regular mundane sword and I'd rather be using my psionic daggers. And I'm assuming there's some clear marks that Barden had just like shoved her sword into this fucker's face. I'm gonna take like the Yep. I'm gonna take her lead and take the short sword. Just grab it two hand. Just.
You slide it down in, and more of those teeth shards break off, and you can see that the skin, where it's been sort of laid in place, thinly stretched over some kind of skull, is beginning to split open, revealing more bone underneath.
And like as I do that and I shove it, I say, "I'm a sinner, but you're not judging me." That's my turn.
Oh wait. Unless you're taking a bonus action? Okay, Awaish.
Wish takes their action to just sit back and watch the show. No. Awaish is just going to. This dude looks pretty fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
They're not especially worried about him not getting taken care of, so they're just gonna move up to here. And from where they are, cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. He is prone, which I believe you have disadvantage on ranged attacks when you're trying to hit a prone creature.
But he is still fairy fired, right?
But he is still fairy fired, so it's a flat roll.
So it's a flat roll.
And you're blessed.
And I am blessed.
So
Yara, how does it feel to be so sexy?
No.
So utility.
I just rolled a natural 1.
So even with all of that,
Even with everything coming at me, nothing.
now I'm not gonna use a critical fail to say like you have to hit a party member. If you want to hit a party member with this Ray of Frost, since they're both standing over the Father, I'll let you make that choice.
Can I say instead
Yeah.
that the natural 1 means that they go to like cast the spell and it explodes in their hand?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll just do the damage to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also rolled a 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
They go to. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go. Please.
Yeah, they go to. It's very similar to their magic missile. It's instead of coming from their runes, though, there is a crown of ice that seems to manifest around their braids, and then it travels through their braids down their arm into their hand. But then it explodes in their hand, and just a shard, like a splinter, sticks into their palm.
Okay, that is your turn. At the end of your turn, the Father of Rod is going to use his legendary action for one more finger, chomps down on it, and heals a little bit. Another crack of one of those fingers. He has 7 left, and Darren's turn.
I think I'm just gonna ask Darren to fly higher just to make sure that he stays out of range of whatever is going on here.
Okay. And then it is the Father of Wrath's turn. Let's see if he recharges. Nope. Okay. He is going to use his Final Burst ability. So I need everyone in a 20-foot radius to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'd like to do Hellish Rebuke on that as well. Thank you. So he needs to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Y'all are blessed on those con saves.
Amazing. Give me those con saves and he'll make a dex save. And I want to check on Hellish Rebuke. Is that when you take damage?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you guys will take the damage first and then you can rebuke. Good. 15?
16.
16.
Did
That
you add
D4
D4?
Oh, no.
This is, I'll tell you, this is a DC 16 save.
Oh, well, that's a 19.
Wait, so that was 15 with bless. Oh no. Oh. That's what I have one job in this fight. It's to yell bless.
Darren flew higher, so I'm going to say that Darren was out of range, or at least I'll say he flew back, because the ceilings on here are not above 20 feet tall, but you could say he flew back a little bit, so he doesn't take that if you want to wish.
I just want to say that Bless came in crutch. I got a 12 total and then rolled a 4, so 16.
Nice. Okay. So that is going to be, this is another one of his rechargeable abilities. It's a little bit higher damage, I will say. So, I need to... Gotta have a last resort. All right. That is 18 points of necrotic damage. No, 18 points of piercing damage as something underneath these robes just explodes out and bone shards just like hit the walls, your thighs from where he is prone, your legs piercing into you. 18 points of piercing damage if you did not save, or half damage if you did save. So 9 points of piercing damage, and Barden, that is halved from 9 to 4 for you.
What was his dex save, or dex saves failed when you're prone?
Oh, I wanted to make sure you took the damage, which you did, and his dex save with disadvantage because of the sunlight and because he's prone is a 10.
Yes. Sorry, my DC is like 12 or 11, so fuck yeah. I take these 3d10 fire. Oh shit. That's gonna be 19 points of fire damage, and 19. I like shards come out and just hands out, just burning all over this fucker's body.
He is resistant to fire damage because he is not a creature of heat. So
I haven't cast it enough.
Kiara used Radiant. For 6.
Thanks, Taz.
Yeah. All right. So 19 halved to 9. And then he starts to crawl. Crawling. Is he gonna get up? Does he want to use his movement? No. He's going to try and crawl past Matthias into the dark.
Supplicate.
So in order to get around you, he doesn't have to leave your range. He will have to leave Barden and Taz's range. So both of you get attacks of opportunity with advantage, unless you took an attack of opportunity. No, it's back to his turn. Barden, have you gotten your... No, you both use your reactions for Hellish Rebuke. So neither of you get attacks of opportunity. Right? Yeah, because that was the Reaver's turn and then hasn't been back to Barden. So he crawls around Matthias into the dark. Wait. There. Doesn't leave your range yet, because he can get to the shadow without leaving your range. And so he doesn't get up because he needs to spend half of his movement to use his Death Flip ability. So with 3 hit points remaining, he teleports into the shadows and disappears.
Fuck.
And with that last look, like crawling past you, Matthias, as you raise your sword for another blow, looks up, says, "You will join me in worship soon," and then disappears.
Sorry, I don't get an opportunity attack at all. So I have my spell and I have an action, which is
Yeah,
just
so
opportunity attack.
it's his turn. He moves.
Oh,
You use
okay, just
Hellish
wanted to
Rebuke.
check.
Yeah, I know, so close. But yeah, you Hellish Rebuke to the Flesh Reaver to immolate it, and it hasn't gotten back around to your turn, so you don't get that reaction.
Gotcha.
Very, very close. He disappears, and we are out of initiative for now.
Where did he go? Does anybody see him?
The range on his Deathslip ability is out of the range of where you guys are able to see with the darkness currently here.
Do I need to make sure I've still got Fairy Fire up, or does that disappear when he does?
You can still concentrate on Fairy Fire. I believe it lasts for a minute, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've had, I think it's been 3 or 4 rounds. You feel it fade away after another moment.
Boom.
Yeah, he can teleport anywhere to an area of shadow within, I'm not going to tell you the exact distance, but a pretty decent distance.
Okay. So out of our visual range.
Out of your visual range.
Even
yes.
with Fairy Fire on. Okay.
Yeah.
Oasia's just moved back and is just like sits a little heavily on the stairs and just someone's staring back to them. Didn't take any damage except from themselves. Is it not?
No?
No, we can hear you.
Weirdly, my mic was muted on the stream. Thank you for saying that. Matthias just like cursed. I'm sure it hasn't been muted this entire time. Thank you for saying so, Sarah. I appreciate you. Yeah, okay. So he just like spits a curse, looks back to check in on everybody and says he's gone. He disappeared further into the temple, I'm sure. Fuck.
We keep going.
Yes.
We keep going.
What exactly happened with you?
Sorry, say that again, Sarah?
Oasia's care to explain what exactly happened with you?
I don't know. Some sort of spell, I think.
Hey, Vice.
Vice chooses that moment to push through the doorway. She's cleaning off her rapier. She says, there was some kind of nasty rat in the entrance I was taking care of. But I got
I'm the giant rat who makes all of the rules.
it was really scary, but I protected all of you, so don't worry.
We found the thing that's poisoning this place.
You found it. Did you eradicate it?
It got away before we could.
I should have been there, I'm sorry.
Better not to have a giant rat chomping at our heels on top of what we've already seen.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know what happened, just something in my mind.
If I never see any teeth again, I think I'll be okay. That was very gross.
Unfortunately, I think that more teeth might be in our future.
Oasia just kind of looks up and bares their teeth at Kiara a little bit.
Oh, that was really cool magic, by the way.
Which?
Just all of it. Very cool. I don't think I've had a chance to see it this up close. I'm usually hiding, but that was cool.
Right.
Um.
If you could take a moment.
Yes. Yes, please.
There's no. Yes, we can wait.
Barden, can you come see if we can take like the top of this pedestal off? Although it doesn't matter if we're gonna wait here. My light would otherwise stay up for an hour.
Oh, you want me to carry it with us? I mean,
Just the top where I cast
makes
it.
sense. Yeah.
But
She's kind of like still by the entrance, kind of like.
yeah.
It didn't look like he had a lot left. I think we should probably go after it. It was able to heal.
If we need a moment, then we'll take a moment.
Okay.
How long a moment? Are we talking?
5 minutes.
Yeah, not sure.
Okay. Okay.
Can I-
Like, we
can I
can't
do-
do it.
No,
Can I take that time to see if I can take the top of the pedestal?
Yeah, you want to give me an athletics check? I'll let you make it with advantage if you want to use the last of your frustration.
Yeah.
out Of your raid.
How long does bliss last?
Right, just
Uh,
don't-
it's a
Just
minute.
Cool.
It's a minute. Okay, that's gone.
That's a 26.
Holy shit!
Basically, I just love the idea. She grabs it, and who's close? Who's close to Barton right now?
Probably Kiara.
Kiara's there.
She's looking down at this thing, and you see him for a moment. Both her eyes flash amber, and she rips it.
Bestie so sexy.
Yeah, you squeeze the stone between your thighs and just pull the top off.
Ever seen a watermelon get squished between someone's
Yes,
thighs? It's
that.
this stone to Barton's thigh. Yeah.
Incredible.
Cracked in half.
Phrase out. Everything in this temple is old, very, very old. So it is difficult to rip a stone top off of a pedestal, but it isn't, inhuman, inconsiderable for you to break this piece off and carry it.
And then takes a moment to be like, look sympathize. We can fix it after. It'll be fine. We can fix it. It'll be fine. Just tucks under an arm.
Do you make a habit of desecrating temples song?
I mean, technically that guy did it first. So we're gonna fix that, and then we'll fix this.
And he's really afraid of daylight. So
Really
it's
doesn't
very
like it.
useful.
There are a lot of creatures that prefer to hide in the darkness.
Before we keep going, does anybody need healing?
I'm all right.
I mean,
Kiara's probably the most injured of the group.
then he
I'm gonna-
himself.
So, what are you gonna say, Taz?
I'm gonna use a healer's kit on myself. I'm just gonna wrap myself up a little bit.
Do you know how many of those you have left?
Yeah. So I have 3 left. Since we bought. Yeah. I'm keeping track.
But I can also help, Taz.
What about yourself,
sa-
Kiara?
Yes, and save your spells.
I'll be fine. I should
You
save
have any
it for
idea
you.
How ill-advised it is for a healer to get low on hit points, Kiara. Well, not hit points. We're not metagaming.
Health.
To not prioritize their own health, Kiara.
They're right.
Okay. Kiara will well, now that she's been told off. Reluctantly.
What I'm here for. I'm here to shame you into healing yourself.
Barton will come over for a second and just give her a little
Sorry.
kiss on her.
Yeah, no, I.
Barton
That
give
was
her a
your
little-
god calling.
Heal yourself.
Okay, all right. I will. Is it first level cure wounds? That's
Your wounds, 2d8.
it is sexy. Very
I
sexy.
am. I'm
here
1
to
point
see it.
from full.
Nice.
With healer feet.
Excellent.
Oh, I forgot I
yes.
took a pretty big hit.
Oh, okay. That's 14 plus 3.
Nice.
Heals 17 points. Baby.
Good.
Ooh, we're at full.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at you.
All right.
So you, I'm going to give you a little. I'll find a little stone for you guys to carry with you. But
All I've got in my head is, I've got a slab of sunlight. I've got a slab of sunlight.
I got a slab full of sunlight.
okay. While I grab that, you guys have taken 5 minutes here. The singing that you heard before starts up again in the distance.
Oh,
Low and soft. Hard to make out the words now, but just an echoing that's coming down the halls, a far distant resonant sound layered.
there's a room in there that has some things I'd like to take a look at.
And Wish takes their staff and kind of like pushes themselves to their feet and says, "Fine, let's go."
Is there anything else we need to do before we go?
No, I think moving forward may be the best option here. Oh, rock.
It's a stone.
Who's carrying the daylight stone?
I think Barden's
Is
got it.
Barden- Okay.
Is there actually a stone to carry?
Yes, I've made
Yeah.
it for you.
Where is it? Is it back up there?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, one sec.
Floop.
me
Can I get a little staff to hold? I
down.
think of
Yeah, I'll get you a staff.
Give me a staff.
Cute.
Yeah, little staff. Okay.
We giggle when our little dollies have toys.
Okay, okay. I got my stone.
Okay.
All right, I'm supposed to move.
Flashlight. And I think you said that there was like a spell circle or something in here?
Yes, there is a circle of candles and a sigil in the middle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand in that. Thank you.
Does this mean anything at all? I take a look at it and try
Religion check.
and figure it out? Okay.
Can I also look at it?
Yeah, you can make a religion check too.
Yay!
Okay, that's gonna be religion. Jesus. 12.
Okay,
Ooh, natural 20
nice.
plus 3.
All right. So this is not a kind of ritual that is as familiar to you, Kiara. Forms of celebration of Bane that you are familiar with back in the Empire, they don't usually involve laying out, complex circles or runes on the ground in dark stone buildings, dripping noises and weird echoes. That is not what faith looks like to you. What does faith look like to you? Kiara?
Faith to Kiara is loud and colorful and celebratory, and it's a part of everything from from food to clothes to dancing to the closeness you feel to your community. Faith, while personal, is also so communal and so open that it's not just faith, it intertwines with culture. Even for the not as devout. So all of this is very strange for Kiara, this hiding in shadows, and Kiara is very much a wear it loud and person, so this is all very weird.
So, although it is strange, unnatural in many ways to you, you do have enough information here just to pick up that this is likely some kind of preparation ritual or sort of like a focusing circle, this might be a particular place where, and Matthias again, not a terrible roll, and with your experience here, this might be a circle that is set out for someone to pray over, think about their memories, and prepare to give them up. This particular temple location is tied both to Lydir and the Raven cycle, not directly to Bone, the worship of that elder deity. You wouldn't really find temples to Bone. Older, I would call them probably more pagan forms of religion have mostly died out. Sometimes the elder deities are worshipped directly, but it's not as common. So the particular sigil that you see here is emblematic of Lydir. That
Got it.
sort of balance. The balance is the scales, truth, law, justice.
Yeah.
That is what this is.
I think I've been in this room before, or something like it. Fuck. I think that the keys might go into those, and he nods towards the columns, maybe even into the statue.
No way to find out but to try.
Would he be able to draw power from it if we tried? Or does this predate him?
This certainly predates him. I've never seen him in here before, ever. I mean,
Okay.
It's been a long time, but no, I haven't. He's not that powerful.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take. So the bone key said. Remember?
I believe it was the bone key said fade, and the bronze key said something like retain or remember.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm guessing that my detect magic is most certainly down by now, but when I had it up, did I sense any necromantic energy coming from those keys?
Necromantic energy from the entire room. Not the keys are not inherently magical. No.
Okay, cool, helpful.
Let me.
And I think certainly with the edge of your spell fading as the creature stepped in, he was definitely necromantic, undead. So a big source of that.
Let me. I'll take that brass key.
Okay.
And I want to approach one of these lads. Maybe this one. And if there's a keyhole, stick it in that keyhole.
All right. Will you give me investigation?
Oh, Lord. Can he find the clitoris?
Roll to find the clit, Matthias.
If only you were still blessed.
Where is it?
I rolled
you
a
find the hole?
6, and I have a -2 to investigation. So that's a 4. Matthias cannot find the clitoris.
Matthias, you take
Matthias slaps at the navel and goes, "Is it in?"
No.
You take the key and you raise it up to like the scales that are inset into this altar, and you find no way to actually get the key inside.
Fuck's sake.
Taz, do you think you could have a look?
Yes, let me, Matthias, if you don't mind.
Just steps aside.
Let the expert show you how it's done.
Yes. Sorry. Okay.
Ollie is roasting you in the chat.
Oh my god.
Indeed.
Oh my god.
Taz is a slut. Canon.
I mean, yes, he is.
Yeah, get that investigation.
I love that
yeah.
permitted term act.
That's a 24.
You find the clit so well, Taz. But you do not think that the keys go into these altars, which means so Matthias was looking for a hole that wasn't there. The like hollow indentation in the scale is not where these keys go. But with the 24, your eyes do fall as you're like looking over at the altar. Your eye falls on that statue of this veiled woman with her hands clasped, and you do think you'll be able to get one of the keys in there. There's only one keyhole.
Yes, I'll turn to Matthias. You couldn't find it because it was not there, but so I also could not find it.
You don't have to patronize me.
I'm
I appreciate it.
And I'll point out the statue and the key.
Yeah, I'll go to the statue.
Baby, you were just looking in the wrong place.
Which key are you using? With you said the bronze key?
Yes.
Okay. Make us sit. No, I'm kidding. You insert the bronze key between the two hands of this statue. Turn it, and there's a soft whoosh, and a wall at the end of the room begins to lower.
Oh, interesting.
You solved my puzzle.
Oh, hell yeah!
Here you go.
Wow. Look at us.
You're doing a dungeon so good.
We got
Doing a
there in the
dungeon.
end. It's okay.
It was a group effort.
I thought this was a horror campaign.
Listen, there's horror in horror.
It's right there. Speaking of right there, what's going on with this wall?
Yeah, what's up with that crack?
Mm.
Can I touch the crack?
Can I look at the
Oh
crack?
my god.
You guys
It's just supposed to be scary and
horror.
religious and traumatizing.
Listen, this is how we deal. Okay, we are queer people. This is how we deal with trauma by joking about it.
Guys, I'm so scared of trying to find the hole. Maybe I need exposure therapy to trying to find the hole so I can get over my intense fear. If you want investigation, Kiara and Noesh, you can make it.
Yes.
Hey.
Is there anything else in this room?
Let me turn off my little darkness over
No,
here.
that's a.
There.
I rolled a 5 to look at the crack.
Okay.
The 14, so that's a 19.
Okay. The wall here is cracked.
Fuck you.
It's a crack.
Wait, as you're like looking over at the crack, you're right. This is an old building, but this crack isn't. Seems newer. It's not like, okay, the stones are put in place and it's just an old building and it's like starting to fall apart. It looks like something shifted recently. Maybe there's a bit of like dust on the floor or something. Something has disturbed the temple and caused this.
Something's happening to the foundation.
Would you say it's rotting?
I might.
Barden's gonna take the slab for a second and just put it closer to the crack. Because it's 60 foot of light. Just gonna like turn it and see if anything happens.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, it's not very deep or anything. It's just the stones have shifted. Something underneath has caused the wall to be a little bit less secure in this area. But I will say you don't need any kind of check to see with that much brightness as you have in here. There are some bloody footprints coming down the corridor.
We
Those
can't
bloody
see
footprints.
anything. There's still like something blocking the rest of the map.
Oh,
If it's
Let me
a if it's a region, you might. There you go.
Ooh, footprint.
Hello. This is gorgeous.
Kind
thank you.
Follow down.
Multiverse is really. Listen,
What kind of footprint?
I would say
Can I
hashtag
investigate?
nuts.
Wait, maybe we should stealth.
With a giant 60-foot radius
Yeah.
daylight?
You know what? I forgot the light was there. I
Yeah.
take back what.
Uh,
Wait. Couldn't I just put it underneath my vest for the moment? I guess
The
if we
sun?
use stealth-
It's pretty bright.
Okay.
I just want to hear those reactions again because those were very personal.
Oh, I'm just seeing it.
undulating.
I think it looks like fingers. Oh no.
What?
Looks like fingers.
I hate it.
I
be thriving.
multiverse seems really built for dungeons. This is
Truly.
good shit. I'm
Yeah.
What do these footprints look like?
This would take just an intelligence check, and anyone can make it who likes to, who would like to.
I'd like to.
11.
Go for it.
What
11.
kind of check?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Watch me roll a 2. No, I didn't. I rolled a 19. That's a 24.
Okay.
16.
16. So then, and what was Barden's?
An 8.
An 8. Okay.
Distracted by the sunlight in her hands.
So they are, human-looking footprints. I think it's kind of Tazan and Awaish in particular. The footprints start out closer together, a human stride that is more natural, and then they get further and further apart, as if someone was sprinting or running, or if their gait was lengthening, or if they were pulled forward as they were running, shifting in some
Nice.
way. But as you guys make your way into this next chamber here, it is the stench you notice first. Thick, salty, and sour. Blood.
Ugh.
A massive crack has opened in the middle of this floor, and blood is burbling up through it. There are strange protrusions coming out of the stone. Almost looks like bushes made out of bones that are growing in the blood where it's burbling up. Tendrils, almost like nerves, float here in this pool, this fountain of ichor. And as you step further into the room, you also see a skeleton resting underneath a crest of the Lycar family, with a pool of blood under it that trickles also down into this open pool.
It's almost as if the building is alive. And it's dying.
Take a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
I slowly approach this body over here.
Mm-hmm. A skeleton should not produce this much blood, but there is blood underneath it. It wears white robes that are soaked through. Once were white, you can tell only because you know exactly who wears these robes. A gold crown rests underneath the head.
Fuck. I bend to pick up that crown and examine it.
Small crest-shaped crown would probably be worn almost like a headpiece, almost like right here, probably over the brow, and then the spikes that would come up or down from it would obscure the eyes.
Anything in here that would indicate that there's a danger that we haven't seen yet?
Well, you have something for that, don't you, Matthias?
Oh, I do! I'm a paladin!
Also, I did pick up that tooth as we went down that hallway. Just
Very
wanna
important to
make
note.
that. I gotta get them teeth.
Kiara will throw up a detect magic.
And
You do have it as a cantrip.
She can do it at will.
But I want to hear
Yeah,
Matthias does.
yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna reach for the wall with the crown in one hand, and I lay my gloved hand against the wall and close my eyes, furrow my brow, and his jaw clenches as there is a vibration that radiates outward from him and disturbs the air, and he is going to use Divine Sense.
Those bone protrusions in the blood wave and shiver.
Celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
There are no celestial fiends or undeads within 60 feet, which covers that room, but this place has been desecrated. The temple, desecrated.
Fuck.
Which means, I will also just tell you again, the location that you're in is almost enhancing your power in this interesting way. So, yes, here we go. Usually in this temple, dead bodies that would be interred in the Temple of the Forgotten can't be turned into undead. There's a blessing that is placed on this temple that prevents undead creatures from being risen. That blessing has been suppressed. Creatures can, dead bodies can now be raised as undead here. And you also know that the light, I had said that the torches aren't as effective, even the light of Barden's sword and the shield are not quite as effective. It is only things like daylight that can actually break some of the darkness. It's not like full magical darkness, but there is another sort of desecrating effect where shadows are a little bit stronger in the temple currently.
This place has been desecrated.
What does that mean?
All of its blessings have been suppressed. It's evil. It's all the things that would keep the dead at peace have been removed. It's sick.
I'm sorry.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Onwards.
Yes.
Well, all right. Do you want to continue to lead the way, Valerian?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's gonna push on forward. Is there anything that we missed in that puddle of blood?
If you want to get into it, you can take a closer look.
Could I perhaps be able to reach one of the bone bushes growing out of it and try and, like, grab it and cut it with my greatsword?
Matthias is absolutely the white man protagonist in a horror movie. You want to touch the bone?
I'd like to touch the bones, please.
Awaish was considering it, but seeing Matthias is doing it, she's gonna hang back and watch him do it.
Good idea. Let the meathead take care of it.
Yep.
I would call this just a strength check.
Clown car.
Clown car. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. You can reach forward, break off a protrusion here. It's kind of similar to maybe some of like the birch that you know is native to this region. I say birch because I'm referring to a kind of white tree. It's not exactly birch. It's more of a kind of fantasy wood that grows here that isn't as strong as normal lumber, but that you can use in some building materials. It's like a dead or a petrified version of that.
As he's looking at it, he'll kind of turn over his shoulder and like hold it out towards Awaish, feeling their presence there. Silently. I don't know if they want to take it, but he'll offer it towards them.
I definitely want to take a look at it. Send out a little mage hand to pick it up.
Crumples to dust when you touch it.
Oh.
I've never been particularly religious.
Oh boy. He looks a little horrified as it crumples to dust in the mage hand, and looks at Oasis as they say that, and then just like eyes back to the ground, and then turn towards wherever the next opening is, and sort of bites the inside of his cheek and is going to keep going.
Vice reaches out and brushes her hand over one of the bone bushes, and dust scatters from it as well. Interesting. You guys can step over to this portal at the end here.
Oh, before we go, out of curiosity, did detect magic pick up anything that?
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yes, thank you. This altar here at the end, Kiara, is giving off a thick necromantic energy. So some kind of, there's blood pooling on top of it. Something happened here involving probably the skeleton and that altar.
Wait, before we go, Awish, this altar has a very strong necromantic energy. I don't know if that's just if actions passed, but maybe you can take a look at it.
Can I see if there are any inscriptions or remnants of any rituals that either I would recognize or be able to like put together?
Sure. You could say religion or history for this.
I think. Which am I good at? I'm good at both, but I'm better at history. That's a 16.
Mm-hmm. So the symbols that are mostly located on many of these altars specifically relate both to, as I said, Lydir and the Raven cycle, this sense of like death being natural, death having a balance to it, especially with Lydir being the maiden martyr, Lady of Lullabies, laying people to peaceful sleep. It's in the song, as you heard. This is anything but peaceful. The blood, the ritual evokes maybe, I think it would be like a horror story you might have heard from some other college students, things like that, because Lydir and the Raven cycle are not celebrated as much on the coast. Circe is the main god there, and so other kinds of like death or religion are often more related to like the ocean. You might send your dead out on a vessel and burn them like that. So I think this is kind of more horror stories of if you leave bones and bodies laying around, people will use them in uncomfortable ways. Not everyone on the coast is as fond of the Raven cycle, even. The Raven Queen, the Raven King, the Bee Queen, and the Bee King are considered just darker gods or less popular. So this is maybe evocative of one of those horror stories of people who will take death and draw power from it, use up the bones and the flesh and all of that to draw power into themselves.
Okay. Before we go into this room, with that in mind, can I go back over to the skeleton and examine its condition?
Sure. That would probably be medicine. Anyone else want to help with that?
Okay.
I was gonna say, since I was the one who called Oash over, I'm going with them to take a look.
So
All right.
help action?
Yes.
Help, or you can make
Or
a separate
you want me to do it.
You can make the roll if you'd like.
Okay. Because medicine, I am proficient in that.
Little cleric.
I only got an 8, so...
Well, that's 11 plus 6, 17.
17. Very nice. The decomposition of this body is not natural at all. There is an amount of blood here that, I mean, you've seen wounded soldiers, Kiara. There's an amount of blood here that suggests that this person was possibly stabbed or killed, something like that. But there isn't any remains of flesh, and the bone is a little bit too clean. It's almost polished, like whatever whoever this was like just flash melted or something.
Yeah.
There's no remnants of flesh. So I think putting that together, and even with like Oasia's help, maybe a bit of that story, it suggests that whatever ritual took place on this altar and with this body is probably the source of the pool of blood in this room and some of the corruption.
Okay. This is. Well, Kara shares it with the room.
Mm-hmm. Only way to get more information is to go forward, it seems.
We need to get rid of this rot.
Then forward it is. Let's go!
Alrighty.
Rebel!
Let's go!
Oh boy.
Oh god, the screen just dimmed for me and I just see Vice just really trying to get in there. Now it's my turn.
Okay. Here we are. Welcome to the storage chambers.
Oh, it's nice in here.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this, a welcoming rug.
Can I pick up these vines?
No.
I think I can.
Not
Oh, damn it.
There are chandeliers in here. You all want to make perception checks for me?
I would
Yeah.
love that.
Hold up that rock, Barty.
Yeah, that rock in the daylight is helping you guys not have disadvantage on perception checks to look into the darkness. So it's lighting up the room pretty decently.
10.
10, 15, 19.
13.
11.
All right. Not super great on average, but again, you know this room very well, Matthias. This is the main sort of temple cathedral area of the Temple of the Forgotten. You've passed through the encoding chambers into the storage chambers. This is the place where many ceremonies would happen, what the Father of Rot called Mass, if he is referring to what you are traditionally knowledgeable about. This is just where ceremonies take place, people come to worship. It might not even be people who are coming to partake in memory rituals, but just folks might travel here to pray. Funerals might be held in this open room, that kind of thing. Running down the center of this open cathedral area is a water feature, sort of almost like a fountain area that's open. There's a bridge that crosses over it, 2 archways, sort of 2 paths down to the end of this room. You can't see with that 60 feet. Let me pull out my ruler here. I can make the light a little bit brighter for you. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let me brighten your rock. Here we go. There it is. You can see that bridge, these white stone banisters that with steps that lead down. There are tombs in here, windows. Again, you are sort of going down underground, kind of descending, sloping floors, but this is mostly an above ground area, so you can see out barred windows into mist and fog and darkness outside. You are well into evening at this point. You guys got here at around 10:30 or 11, so you're pushing closer to midnight at this point with only the light of half a moon streaming in through those darkened windows. Large columns, but vines are growing over and inside this temple. Not green vines, but white and red, pulsing.
Can I have a look? Or is that be part of my perception?
I'll give you a nature check in a moment as I finish my description.
So-
No worries. More blood here in this room, streaks of it on the steps, on the walls. You see bloody handprints, and strange fungi, mushroom things are growing out of the water, out of the walls in some places. You see more of those cracks. Yeah. And if you want to step over to those vines and take a nature check, Barden, you're welcome to do so.
As soon as Matthias gets into the room, anyone who was like within a pretty close distance of him would just hear like a whoosh of air as it like sounds like someone who's like gotten punched in the gut as he like sees this room again. And then quickly recovers and is also going to take a look at those vines, I think.
Okay, nature check from Barden and Matthias.
Before you go move away, Matthias, Kiara will say softly behind your back, we'll fix this.
He nods without looking back and is gonna go over here.
Okay,
and
and
get
9
the-
for Barden.
Let me see.
Yeah. It was bad.
Oh my lord, have mercy. 5.
Neither of you have seen anything like these before. These are not, I mean, you haven't seen vines that have blood pulsing through them, so you've got no idea where these would have come from.
Kind of reasonable.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Can I check out this blood?
Yes, this on the steps there.
Yeah.
Are you trying to determine like where it may have come from? Like what kind of blood it is? What happened here? What information are you looking for?
Okay, actually, first question. Father Rot, did he bleed?
No.
What is? Okay, he didn't bleed. All right. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to ascertain where it came from.
Okay. I think this will be another intelligence check from what you're picking up around the room, the story of what has happened here.
20, not natural.
Excellent, excellent. Tazriel, there was a massacre here. Just because there are no bodies you see as you step in doesn't mean that death has not touched this place. It's in the air, it's in the smell, it's in the way that things are growing through the walls. Not just a massacre of flesh, but of faith.
I think reflexively, having grown up in the Empire and around like a religious culture, he would like whisper like some like short prayer his father would like say to him when something really bad happened or whatnot, like one sentence before catching himself. He's just kind of standing there a little bit and
Yeah, Awaish raises a brow at that, but says nothing.
Barden will just put a hand on his shoulder, just like, come on, you gotta go. Keep moving. She looks probably the most determined you've seen her.
yeah, yes. We must press on.
So I'll say, you can go either of two ways through this open area. The water feature in the center is sort of set down and set in and a bit deeper. If you want to wade through that water, you can, but otherwise you go through either of the two archways, and then there's a bridge in the middle of the room that you can cross.
Water is a strong word for what is in that pool,
Ledge.
Alex.
Well, unless you want to get closer and find out what it is.
I'll dip a toe in.
Are you
if you don't do it, I will.
white people in this campaign? The whites are at it again.
You know what? I
Someone's gotta
dive in
do
head
it.
first.
Someone's gotta
I
do
take
it.
a bite. I swallow down that water. Yum.
Do you?
No.
Kiara is within healing word distance.
Okay.
These whiteys.
You give me an investigation or perception.
Okie doke. Natural 20. That's a 25.
Nice.
That's the third natural 20 I have rolled this session.
Get him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry these dice.
You lean over. If you want to dip a toe in, you can dip a toe in. The water is very cold and thick. And as you lean down and look through, Barden is, searching and passing by you. The daylight scatters light across the surface of the water. You see bodies. Many bodies have been dumped down in here. Some of them stripped of flesh. Some of them in stages of rot and decay. Mostly young and older women. But you also see maybe not priests, people who aren't wearing white robes, maybe people who are just visiting here, a couple that are lying together under the bridge.
Oish sees this, looks up at Matthias, and gives him as much of a look as they can to communicate to not draw attention to what has happened here, and then stands up.
With that look, I think that, if he definitely approached the water.
That's is that Oish knows that Matthias is probably going to find out what is here.
And I think with the look, he'll look down. Oh my god. And his eyes widen. And I think his face drains of color even more than usual as he you can hear the leather creak in his glove as he grips the hilt of his greatsword, and there's a look on his face of just abject fury that even with the argument that they'd had before, you didn't see this. This is unhinged.
Oh.
And he his hair quivers. You can tell that he's shaking.
Yeah.
And then he looks away and is going to, taking Oaish's look, is gonna turn away and try and move towards something else without attracting more attention.
Oish also stands and walks away. They do not look enraged in the way that Matthias does, but that veneer over their face that always rests is slightly polluted just by... They look a little sick, but it is covered fairly quickly.
There are more areas within this cathedral where you see not really cracks, I would say, but just openings. Stones have been sort of pushed up and removed, and there are more, not really blood, but a dark ooze that is kind of burbling, resting up, more of those bone bushes and protrusions that you can see growing out of the stone. These areas where corruption has begun to tear the temple down.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So just on the bridge, I see a number.
Mm-hmm.
That's something the Barden can see.
A number?
Mm-hmm. I think it's 1863.
So that is not exactly what is written there. It's a lovely
Oh.
asset from Multiverse.
Okay.
But something has been written on the bridge. Do you... You do speak Infernal now, don't you?
I need know it because of Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, so you don't actually...
I probably know what it looks like. If I can't read it, I know what it looks like.
Yeah, so you
And I can
can't
call
read.
someone over.
I think this entire party can speak Infernal, right?
Tara, Taz, there's something written here that I can't read, but I think it's infernal. Could you come see?
Yep. Kiara will come over. I have no idea where you are on the map, though.
Go down.
Oh, down. Okay.
Down, where the little bridge is, because over here. Up.
I have no idea. Okay, just
Go up.
pretend I came to you. Just say I came to you. While I bebop around this thing.
There you go. Right. There you are.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is partially written in Infernal, partially written in Abyssal.
I can
But-
read that.
So collectively, you guys can make out. It's a series of runes that are not really evocative, again, of a single word, but are part of some kind of ritual here. I think the best approximation would be growth. This is if you compare it to like a somatic component, this is sort of a runic component of a spell or desecration that involves growth. That is located on the bridge over the sacrifices that fueled the spell.
I know that if I ruin this word, would it affect the spell at all?
You don't know.
Oish. Don't like the look of this. If I smush it or smash it, do you think it would fuck us up or fuck it up?
Arcana?
I could burn it from afar.
Let's just see. Because I don't actually accidentally want to
That's a 24.
Damn. Shit.
Shit.
It seems like this was left here, especially with Kara's Detect Magic. I know you can keep that up.
Yeah.
These letters no longer have magic potential. Messing with them probably wouldn't undo a ritual. It's not that unstable, or just remnants. But I will say it's a very high roll, and you, again, have experience and research and training in this kind of arcana, maybe even, again, we're warned about it, warned away from it. So taking out a lot of elements of the spell might start to help. So destroying these words probably wouldn't affect you or affect the spell, but there might be many things you can do to slow down this corruption. This could be one of many.
Okay, so this could be a start.
A
to
start.
It.
Yeah.
Certainly wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
I think with that 24, I want to give you one other thing, because you're trying to keep attention away from the rest of the party about the bodies in here. And again, I don't really think this is Oaish's thing, but still would know about it with an Arcana check. It's unlikely that these bodies here in this fountain have been laid to rest peacefully, especially in a temple where normally they would be protected from undeath.
Can I pop off another divine sense?
Yeah, totally. Bear with me for that one moment. I think it is. You don't know any kind of ritual to like lay a body to rest peacefully, especially not related to these gods, but that might be something that would also help with the spell. If they were sacrifices, there could be a way to re-consecrate them.
Right.
Yeah.
Destroy.
And that divine sense, you sense undead hidden in this room somewhere, Matthias. You sense the presence of them. This area is, of course, once again, consecrated. There aren't a lot of areas of shadow that the daylight do not reach, but some of the columns block. Towards the front of the room, there's a sort of stair area that goes down, more shadows over there, and you sense from under the bridge as well, where shadows are being cast. Undead.
And with that, he'll just say out loud, there are undead here. Hidden. and try and cast and be looking around, trying to see if he can see any of these undead.
Again, sorry.
God's calling again. Okay.
Hello? Mushy mushy.
We've been trying to reach you about your undead sacrifices.
I have do not disturb on. Max just hate.
No worries.
We've been trying to reach you about your Warlock's extended warranty.
Speaking of Warlock,
Mhm.
I'll let everyone else go, but Kara has a thing that they want to do before they get off this bridge.
Huh?
Kara, before they get off this bridge, is going to kneel down at this scratching and cast. I don't know how this works, but cast Sacred Flame on it.
Mmm.
Nice.
Okay. I will take an Arcana check from you to see if the power of your spell and your connection to your god can interfere with this. Yeah,
Sweet. It's a 13 plus 0. 13.
a 13. You singe away the blood, but you can see that where you singed it away, the stone has still been stained a darker color. It's going to take a little bit more scrubbing than a simple cantrip.
Does anybody have a magic eraser?
I mean, no.
Sarah,
Don't look at me. I had to refresh my page. I'm fixing my scales.
okay.
That's why I went off screen. Does it seem like from the roll that I did, does it seem like that it needs to be holy energy to fix this?
Most likely. Kiara has a chance at it. I'll tell you guys out of character, kind of meta knowledge.
Oh.
Bye, Vic.
Bear with us
Come
for
back.
a moment before we continue.
Vic died. I'm gonna get coffee.
We can take another break. Do you want to take another break?
Actually, let's take another break. That would be.
It's a good
I was going to ask. It would be a great time.
All right,
We'll see
we'll
you
do
guys
that.
in 5 minutes.
Yes.
See you soon. See you
All right.
soon.
I have a new thing that I just built. Bye.
Bye.
Coffee.
I made a thing so they can hear me. Sorry, everybody.
hungers. We have just another half hour, a little bit less than that or so, to finish up, and then we'll see you after that. But for now, we are back in the Temple of the Forgotten, here in the storage chamber, the main empty cathedral, as you were trying to see if you could figure out a way to untie whatever desecration ritual has taken place here. Matthias, you've sensed undead.
Alex, you might want to move your phone away from your mic. We're getting a little bit of buzz.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Fabulous. Yes. You've just sensed the presence of undead here surrounding you.
Yes. I'm looking around, trying to see if I can see any of these bad boys. Bad boys. Or can I sense the direction of them? Like, can I...
Take a look at that ability and let me know.
Okay, I will. Okay, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover.
Okay. So there is one under the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There are two that are hidden sort of like in the shadows behind columns. And there are two that are hidden sort of in the area down by the end, that stone steps.
Okay. I am going to... What am I going to do? Shit. Is that worth it? No, I'll just keep my smites. Okay. I'm going to go... after saying, like, there are undead here, I will point to one of the columns, and then I'll point to the steps. I won't point... Fuck, yeah, I should. I'll point into the water. Because people should know where it is. And then I'm going to start moving towards this column over here with my sword prepared.
If you guys, since you have been alerted of the presence of these, if you guys want to step back into initiative here,
Yes.
I will actually consider it sort of a surprise round. You would have been surprised by these creatures, but Matthias has sensed them before that. So,
The only way I'll ever see anything.
I'm gonna go towards the one under the bridge.
Same.
Okay. So then I will allow you guys to take your places on the map, get yourself settled before we roll initiative once again.
Where's the third one you said?
There are sort of two near the columns, one under the bridge, and then I don't know if you can see it since I might have a region up. Let me check on. No, I don't have a region. Right by the very, very bottom area, there are these stairs that go down into darkness, and there are some that are hidden over there.
Okay. If Matthias kind of points out where they are, Kiara would want to move to get as many of them within 30 feet of her as they can. I just don't know where that would be based on the map.
I think within 30 feet of you, probably the center of the bridge.
Okay.
Because then you would have the one under you and then two by the columns.
All right, so that's where they're gonna go. That's not risky at all.
Taz is gonna step into the water and to get to like.
Okay.
Christ.
What? Like he was. He wasn't.
I will try to warn Taz. You don't have to be stopped by it. Like we can say that a wish doesn't get the words out before you get your foot in the water, but they will try to be like, wait. Yeah.
And Jeff in the water, because Taz has no idea what happened between them two. It's just been like in his head for a little bit with seeing all this and having said that prayer involuntarily. What? Like he's like didn't take a deep look. Was like, I'll just get in and quick strikes and it'll be fine. Like that's what's going through his head, and then he steps in.
And you feel flesh and bone crunch under your foot as you slide down into the water. It's 10 feet deep.
It's 10 feet deep?
Oh, you don't feel anything crush underneath you. You're just...
I don't know. There are...
I mean, it depends on how many bodies.
Sort of like kick some of the ones that have floated up.
There's that. That's not that.
Okay, so as Taz goes in to do that and then realizes his foot isn't finding anything but bodies, just a look of and steps back, but is ready to fight, but stays on the edge.
As another point, is Vice still on the carpet up there, or?
No, Vice will come down. I'll move her. I just wanna
Vice.
put a guy there for you. There we go.
Oh,
Nice. Perfect.
Oh, fun friend. I think Barden's gonna go up and follow Kiara. You know, protect.
Onto the bridge.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. But as she goes, she's just kind of like, where do you want me to put the rock? Where does everyone want this? Because I have to put it down.
Yeah, just right here.
Starting to slash.
If right here.
I think the bridge is a good place for the light.
On the bridge, I'm gonna go towards the other pillar that Matthias motioned towards. I tried to keep people from seeing horrors beyond their imagination, but you know, if everyone wants to see them,
You did
I'll
your
go
best.
over to the pillar.
You did your best. Well, no one got in and like stared down into the water and
Yeah.
saw all the faces and everything. So it's without looking too closely, since the water has been made murky by some of the stuff that's in it. They're not seeing a lot of the extreme elements.
Barden's gonna put the rock down on the bridge.
Okay.
Just did that.
And Vice is stepping down into the sort of darkened area over there, which means if you guys are all where you would like to be, we're going to roll initiative once again.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Initiative.
I'm in hell.
Yes, Matthias is.
I am in hell.
That's 11.
okay.
I guess we're starting from the top.
Hold on to those numbers, and I'll go at it from the top. I also have to roll for some of my NPCs. So
My little
My brain's-
guys.
My brain is thinking, oh, we've got like, if we're on the bridge, it means they've got like only 2 places to come from because they have to come up some stairs. Like my zombie brain is coming up. Like, fingers crossed they can't crawl.
I was about to
Cute.
say.
2 combats and 1 epi.
How
Mm.
sexy.
This is so sexy for
We're
us.
not
I
going to
wanna
finish
get-
this combat.
no. We're not going to finish this one. But I want to give another shout out to Sloan for making our monsters.
Thank
Yay,
you,
little
Sloan. These are
guy.
so pretty.
Sloan, your nightmare creatures.
Thanks.
Love them.
You haven't gotten to the
Yay.
really nice ones yet.
Oh, promises.
We will.
I'm afraid.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm about to pop some out for you.
Oh,
There's a little guy.
It's undulating.
Oh,
Well, he's got an arm peen. I don't like that.
this is like the best Silent Hill stuff.
I know, there's so much.
The wiggle. The wiggle is breaking me brain.
Oh, the wiggle is really good there.
I'm putting. There's that one there. There's this one
Oh, we've
here.
got so many friends.
My god.
And then this one over
I love Body
here.
Horror.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my god. How many are
Need to zoom
there?
out more.
Oh my
Great.
god.
Some guys. Okay. Well,
Oh,
fabulous.
All the guys being dudes.
well, dudes being guys.
Maybe we shouldn't have split up and have like been in a group and hit. You know what? It's
No, I feel like this is smart. We're good. We're killing it.
Why is the wizard on the other side of the bridge?
Got it.
All right. Now that I have my initiative going, and I will roll for. Let's see. I have 3 types. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And. Oh, great. All right. 20 to 25.
23.
All right. Math at the top again. Very nice. 15 to 20.
This is where I would have been.
Okay.
If I
didn't
had
have
one.
disadvantage, but
All right. This guy and then this guy. 10 to 15.
11.
12 for Matthias and 11 for Barden.
12 for
No, 12
Kiara,
for
not Matthias.
Ah, thank you. 12 for Kiara and then 11 for Barden. And then 5 to 10.
7.
At
7.
least,
And-
at least you have a surprise round.
Mm-hmm. Vice goes there. And then Awish, you 0 to 5?
or
4, okay.
doing
All
great.
All right, so that's going to be Tazriel. We have some other fellas. Kiara, Barden, Matthias, Vice, another guy, and Awish.
Okay, so quick question: is the one in front of me so like? Is it so tall that it's coming out of the water?
No, that one is in the water. You guys, so
Okay.
the reason that they're a little harder to see is that they are present, but many of them are actually concealed within like the walls or puddles, or using those desecrated shadows as a way to hide themselves very effectively as an ability that they have. So now that Matthias has sensed their location and pointed them out specifically, you know that they're there, but they're still hard to see.
Got it. Okay.
The one in the water is probably the easiest to see, actually, but it's still like under the water, within the bodies. That's how it's hiding itself there. So, Tazriel, since you got in the water and you're closer, if you want to make a perception check for me, this is just a free check. You don't have to use your action. I'll allow you to do that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a.
I was gonna ask if we could do our little surprise round before we end today.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
We'll go through
Perception
one
15.
round and then up. All right, 15. Tazriel, let me. That is an you see. Whew, what do you see?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I looked in the water. Oh my god. Taz is about to see everything.
As you peer down, well, you sort of like stepped in, you kicked some of the bodies, and then you pulled yourself back out. There's a bit of a column next to you, one of the supports that hold up the bridge, and a candle holder on it. Another interesting thing to note is that as you guys stepped into this room, most of the candles which were not lit did light up in your presence. That might have seemed a bit unnatural, but that is like just a feature of Lydear. I would say that Matthias, you kind of know that candles just like light up as you walk through this temple. It's not something that has been assuaged, but they're obviously not as bright as they should be. So you have those candle holders next to you. As you look down, after kicking some of those bodies, you see floating, bloated, rotting corpses. But among them, one pale face tilts up to look at you. There are no eyes, but as its head peeks up through the water, you can see gouges where dark blood is trickling down and dripping into the water. And what you thought was a limb that had been pulled off of a body or something like that actually reaches up and stretches, and another one reaches up and stretches, and you see two more emerging from this horrific creature that looks like an amalgamation of some of the corpses and some of this bleached white bone. But you see that one right there in the middle. You have a target. It is your turn. You have advantage because they're surprised.
Sneak attack!
Nice.
Get it.
First
Get him.
attack.
Stab.
Would Taz make would Taz think that this was similar to the Reaver or more like the Rot? The father of Rot, as far
Hard
as
to tell. This one did have it has some flesh on it, and the Reaver also had some flesh on it.
Okay,
so that
you know
might
what?
give you a bit of a sense.
He's gonna stick with what he's good at.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, sweet. Oh, yeah. Okay, so first attack is 11 points of psychic damage.
All right.
Second attack. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that's a 14.
A 14 for these guys. That will hit. Just hit.
Oh.
Hell yes. Good.
Oh, and that's gonna be 4 more points of psychic damage.
And do you want to use your psychic drain ability here?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Get him.
So. Yep, let's do it. They need to make a DC 12 intelligence saving throw.
Okay, and these guys are not so smart. That is a 9.
Yep, so I Oh fuck yeah! I gain a level intelligence. And I get a thing back. Hell
You
yeah.
get a psionic die back. Those
Nice.
are pretty important.
Yay!
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
So slashing out with psionic energy as it emerges from the bridge, you see those dark trickles, and then slash out with that energy, pull the intelligence out of it with this sick, sour feeling as it drains. It's not a comfortable intelligence. It is almost alien in some ways. This thing doesn't think like you do. It doesn't speak. It wouldn't speak like you do. But take a decent slash at it. You can see just sort of a withering where whatever white skin is stretched over the skeleton of this thing compresses tighter, like you freeze dried it.
Ooh.
So it actually takes 4 more psychic damage because it failed to
Or
save.
more.
Yep. And then
Bloodied.
oh, bloodied. I love it here. Okay. And then I'm going to use my. Am I doing anything with my cunning action? Dash, disengage, and.
Did you not take a second attack with the bonus action?
Oh wait, I did. No, you're right. Actually, I'm done.
No worries. Okay.
That's it.
All right. You slice out at it, and then there is this hollow resonant. Did that pick up?
Oh god, that did not pick up, but I think I can probably recreate that for you.
Oh, please do.
Let me turn off sound suppression.
That was pretty close.
Oh no.
A shrieking screech, almost like a tongue is rattling very rapidly against bones as this thing calls out, and then other creatures shift and emerge and begin to move from the shadows. They don't get to react because you guys were prepared for them, but they're aware that you're attacking for the next round. Next in the order, surprised, so doesn't act. Surprised, so doesn't act. Kiara.
Shaking horror. Nice.
Kiara will look at Barden quickly and say, I'm sorry, I can't get you this time, but you'll be fine. Of course you'll be fine. And will focus down again on their symbol and radiate out heat towards Taz, Owesh, and Matthias and cast Bless again.
Okay.
Whee!
I'll pop those on. I'll also say, you guys can go into animations on your character, and you should be able to add those animations if you click on them.
Ooh.
I do.
Is there a concentration one?
I'm not sure if there's a concentration one. I know that there's Bless. I think there might be concentration.
Oh, there is.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can actually put those on manually yourself as reminders.
Less.
Are you moving at all, Kiara?
No. No.
Okay. Next in the order is going to be Barden.
So how far down is the undead below us? 5 foot,
it is
10 foot?
under the bridge. I would say the bridge there's like a 10. It's not exactly 10 feet tall. It's more like a 6 or 7 foot kind of gap between the bridge and the water. And I think it would have full cover from you right now because it's underneath.
Something I'd like to try.
Mhm.
It would have full cover
Full cover currently.
if I was hitting it with my sword.
Yeah, like you're on top of the bridge. It would be hard to kind of like you have to like lean over the side and actually get under with your sword to hit it. Right now, there's no way you can like,
Okay.
step through the bridge or something.
So I'm going to bonus action rage
Mm-hmm.
and gonna look to Kiara and go, don't be scared. And then the tail will grow and writhe out behind her and just whip underneath the bridge and try and grab or something.
Amazing. Let me take a look at your tail. I think you can make an attack with it.
Yep.
Amazing.
That's a nat 20. That's a 27.
Yes.
Nice.
And you
That's
are
my first nat 20 this game. Thank God.
Hell yeah.
So that's a 2d8 plus 5. So that's
Yeah.
16 total.
Mhm,
That's a
mhm.
fucking hefty hit. 2d8 plus 5? Holy fuck.
But it's a
Pretty
crit
much
hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, and you got a nat 20 to hit, so as you like lean over, whip that tail, it also has very clever because it has the reach ability. So
It has 10 foot.
you whip the spiked end of your tail around this thing's neck and yank. And 16 points of damage is enough if you would like to decapitate it.
Yes.
You yank this thing's head off. Tazriel, you see as Barden brandishes this head up like a prize, and the spine here is silver. Strange silver and dripping with that dark ichor. And as you yank the head up, Tazriel, you see the body dissolve into ash like the bone bush when, Vice trailed her hand through it. The rest of the body dissolves, and then that head dissolves away as well, and you're just left with this like strange little bit of spine that has been coated in silver, held in your tail.
I think Barden's gonna take it. It's very prehensile and just sort of. Okay.
Wow.
Shove it. Sorry. I know that's
Really
weird.
cool.
Matthias.
Like even in this moment of horror and just darkness, just Barden is. You're not scared. And then we come back.
Matthias, it's your turn.
That's
You can
really
see
cute.
revealed now when that bloody horror had called out behind the pillar as you step forward, stepping, well, not really stepping, but moving and writhing out of the shadows is a strange, shaking creature without a face, many-limbed and monstrous.
I'm gonna drive my greatsword into it. There we go. First attack. Oh my god. That's a 16 to hit.
A 16 will hit.
Okay.
Remember, you have advantage because they're surprised.
Oh wow. Yeah. Thank you for that. That's cocked. Thank you for that. Oh my god, that was out. It's fine. I'll take the 16.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I rolled a 6 and a 5, so that's 11 plus 5 is 14.
Okay.
On the first hit, draw the blade out, whip it around in a slash from where the shoulder would be to where the hip would be. If this was a normal thing. Okay, I rolled a 16 on the die, so that's definitely gonna hit. And let me just see. Oh god, wow, I am really going wild with the dice rolls. No, there you go. Okay, that's a 6 plus 5 is 11, and since we're fighting these things and there's a lot, I'll put a smite on this one.
Okay. So that
First
was
level.
16 points of damage for the first attack, 11 points for the second attack.
Yes.
Okay. And your smite, it is undead.
Okay, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of radiant damage.
Oh my god. Okay. You're making me do math.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, no worries. These things are, the shaking ones are a little bit hardier than the bloody ones. You can tell
I
that
see.
immediately. Oops.
But
But they have more than 39 hit points, which is the amount of damage you just pumped into this thing. It is immediately bloodied. You cut it open and you see that thick, dark ooze, like what is bubbling out of the cobblestones of this temple, drip down from it. A hint, a flash of silver within it, of some kind of rib cage or something that you just like crack through with that massive, massive strike, and the energy that bursts through it, once again illuminates the skeletal structure within it, a bone structure that is entirely inhuman.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. We have... Ooh. It is Vice's turn.
Sexy lady.
Vice draws her rapier, steps forward down the stairs,
She's so hot.
towards another one of these bloodied horrors, and she calls back, "Hey, Valerian. It's just like old times. We've faced worse." And stabs her rapier into one of these things, bleeding eye sockets with
Mommy?
advantage. Is a crit.
Nice! Yes!
Hell yeah! A superiority dice
That's-
in there. I think that she deserves it. Let's go for, I think it's commanding strike. She's gonna let you take another attack if you want to use your reaction, Matthias,
Fuck
on the
yes.
one in front of you.
Do I still have
So-
advantage on this?
Yeah, they're still surprised for the entire round.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And
This is so
That-
sexy of her.
So sexy of her.
11 plus 2, 1 plus 2, with the superiority dice added. Amazing. She is severely wounded, that one, with that strike.
And I rolled a 16 on the die with advantage.
Yeah.
So Matthias goes, just like old times. And that's a 9 plus 5, 14 points of damage.
14 points. Let me see. You can take this one's head off if you would like.
Oh yeah, for sure. Says just like old times, and then with his inspiration from his mentor will flourish the blade and cross back the other way and take this thing's
2 halves.
head off.
Head, half of its torso, part of its head, separate, slide to the ground, begin to dissolve into ash, leaving a rib bone coated in silver on the ground there. That is Vice's turn. And last in this surprise round, before we end our session there, Oish, what do you do?
Oage was planning on trying to distract this one into disadvantage on the next move, and is still tempted to do that. But seeing the party take out this one in the middle, they make a conscious choice to trust that if they do something that will open them up to danger, that it will be all right. And they cast... They cast Lightning Lure on this one.
Does a dex
They
save?
don't want to use their spells yet. Yeah, that is a strength save.
Strength save is a 9.
That fails.
Nice.
Come on at me,
Hell
baby.
yes.
He is yanked towards you. Give me that lightning damage.
7 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Bonk, bonk, bonk. All right, and with that, if you are not taking any movement,
Oh, just staring this creature straight in the face.
it is hard to stare into a face that is the poorest approximation of a face you can imagine. Just indents where eyes should be, teeth emerging from where ears should be, a lumpy and distorted skull that is almost sideways on a neck that leans at an uncomfortable angle. But you pull it towards you, you see it shake and shiver as it is dragged. And then, back to the top of the order, stepping out of the darkness of an archway towards Vice and the other creature, you see him once again.
What?
The Father of God. As he steps forward to command his army of horrors. But that is where we will end our session for today.
Hateful.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I would say we're not sure we're going to have an episode next week. We'll try and have one for you, but we might be going dark for a week. But more horrors await. Super excited about this. Big shout out once again to Soundtail for our music, bringing us the spooks. Another amazing shout out to Multiverse. We spent our entire session using these maps, and oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. I built them up. Sloan, again, shout out for the beautiful art. These monsters that we're fighting, those are custom pixel art that Sloan did. Anything else I should shout out? Oh, go check out our past episodes on our YouTube channel, Total Party Kiss. You can now watch all Strange Hungers episodes. They're all uploaded on there. Check out the Total Party Kiss Twitter for more updates. Anything else?
Yes. YouTube, if you would be so kind to go ahead and subscribe, because we get custom URLs after we hit a certain subscription number.
Yeah. So please subscribe. That'd be awesome. And keep an eye out. We're working towards getting affiliate on this channel here, so you might see some emotes and stuff pretty soon. Very hype about that.
Thanks, y'all. I think that's it.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's it.
Love you.
Love you so much. And have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
See you on the internet.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.